start streaming. All right. Okay. Broadcast number 2.
We back part 2.
Yes, we are back part 2.
With ultra low latency.
With ultra, I mean, it should be ultra low latency. You know how these things work.
Yeah. Interesting is both the YouTube and the Twitch streams are both at 720p, so it's gonna be so you can't make out details in the background. It's intentionally blurred.
Yes.
Pre-blurred.
Pre-blurred, exactly. All right, good. So this is all there. This is all in ultra low latency. Let me go fix my thing. How long have I got? 6 minutes. Okay, we got 6 minutes. 6 minutes is fine.
5-6 minutes.
Do something with that. I've got to make sure that this one. I want to delete this one. Delete this stream forever. Bam. Okay, cool. Right.
You running out of stream space, were you?
No, I'm not running. There we go. We're good. No, it's just to make sure that everything is kind of working and working, and it seems to be working. Okay. I need to make sure that my sound is okay. All right, cool. You may have to tell me what they're saying, because otherwise I get demonetized. Just Games Workshop.
Because you can't have their stream playing on your stream.
I can't have their music apparently because their music is it's kind of garbage.
Lots of people in the chat are saying probably Chaos Dwarves.
Probably Chaos Dwarves. 100%. Yeah. Where Warcry?
But Age of Sigmar or Old World? Which will it be? Place your bets now.
Oh, that's a good point. I'm tempted to say Old World, you know, because like basically what they're going to do is they're going to copy the Total War Chaos Dwarves, right? Because that's totally what they did with Catholic.
They just had all the 3D assets already, and they just modelified them.
Yeah, exactly. That's basically what they did. So yeah, I'm 100% sure we're going to see Chaos Dwarves. I'm 100% sure we're going to see a new kill team or 2.
Yeah, we should. This should be the time when they announce what the next box is, even though the last box literally only just came out.
Yeah, exactly. We've all got our Games Workshop bingo cards, so it's going to be like variant of Horus, Heresy, Macariah's tank, and it's going to be.
Oh yeah, so somebody Storming Wolf saying like Old World Chaos Dwarves, Keslev, 40k plastic, Macariah's tank, second Votann wave. Legion Imperialis stuff, so basically a whole bunch of stuff missing, like Mastodons.
Ow, for the old world. That's what we need.
Titan, apparently.
Emperor Titan, what? For
Legions.
Legions, yeah. Then they come out, it's not for Legions, and it's for it's for Big Hammer.
Well, the hilarious thing would be that Joy Toy brings out a Titan before Games Workshop does in plastic.
Yeah,
because Joy Toy brought out the Knight, and the Knight is legitimately huge.
It's very big.
It's like a 1.5 foot tall.
Totally.
For a toy in quote marks.
Yeah, but we'll see. I need to grab on a tactical rock. People are asking for Harlequins.
Yeah, because there was a Jester's hat in the preview video, so maybe something to do with Harlequins.
There totally was. The new edition of Warcry, I think we need.
Warcry 4. Just going to skip straight over 3 and go to 4.
Exactly. Warcry, yes. Warcry 4. Warcry for 2026. Because we'll skip all of that. Tactical rocks, Eggy Wegs. Yes, totally. We have to get tactical rocks.
You know, I hate them. I absolutely hate them.
There's a time and a place for tactical rocks, okay? But unfortunately...
GW has just gone down that entire route of every model needs to be standing on something.
Yes. 90% of the time, it's not time for tactical rocks. Yeah.
Because I think sometimes there's just not a lot of models, so they put it on a giant rock just to make the base bigger.
Totally, yeah. Everybody, by the way, everyone who's watching this, we need to raid the YouTube comments, and we need to shout out when Warcry. That's what we need to do. The more we talk about it, they actually have to do it.
Yeah, mention it.
Eggywigs bingo card is all tactical rocks. They put slow mode on. Oh, that's sad. That's really sad.
Well, they have to when they have. Well, what at the moment they've got 13, just under 13,230, 13,800 now.
Ooh.
So just under 14,000 people watching on YouTube, with potentially a
Plus
similar number
Twitch.
on Twitch.
Yeah.
Again, depending on your preferred viewing platform.
Depending on exactly, yes. But hey, look, guys who've joined me, I'm very happy that you guys have decided to join us here instead of on their actual YouTube, because it means a lot to me. Okay, but I've got Charles here. Charles is totally here.
Hello.
He is my in-house expert on everything that isn't Warcry, because he plays all the other games, and I used to play all the other games.
You just don't have the time anymore with your illustrious Warcry career.
With my illustrious Warcry career and my child and everything else. Warcry never dies. Yes, that is 100% true, Nitro Dancer. Warcry never dies.
Well, you said it's been mentioned like 4 times in the last week, so...
It has! Like, it's been really weird. So, weird thing, Warcry was mentioned in the Khorne Spearhead. They mentioned that in the article. They mentioned it in White Dwarf. They mentioned Warcry. It was on Games Workshop's. It's not called Warhammer Online, whatever they call it. Warhammer Community. There was a video. They were doing some painting. One of the people there was wearing a Iron Golem's helmet. And then Warcry was mentioned one more time, which I can't remember. But we got 4 mentions in the last week, which is 4 times more than the mentions we got in the last year. So I'll take it. Do I have the sound of the stream going through? Yeah, you can't hear anything. Yeah, so I can up
apparently
the sound.
It's still just the stream music waiting.
Yes. Oh, I skip ahead to live broadcast. What did I do?
Oh.
Ooh.
No,
okay.
Maybe your one hadn't buffered correctly, but yeah, I am live watching it.
You're live. Yeah, you're live.
There you go.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. We are very excited to welcome you today to the big summer Warhammer preview. My name is Adam Troke. I'm joined by my
Are you guys hearing it now, by the way, at home? Just let me know.
Host this show.
Yeah, very exciting. We have a big preview today.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of Warhammer. We've got stuff from all sorts of different settings, from Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, some Horus Heresy in the mix there as well. There's a little bit of something for everybody, it's fair to say.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Let's talk about how it's going to work a little bit. If
Volume up, please. How?
This is the first Warhammer preview you've joined in. We are your hosts, but we are not alone. We have the excellent Grant sat over there in Question Corner.
Right,
Simon,
that's about as loud as I can make it.
Hey folks, so welcome to the show. I'm going to be fielding questions on behalf of Eddie and Adam. So if you do have any questions,
unfortunately the stream is
please
very low quality.
Start your question with "question" in big letters, capital letters at the start of all your comments, and I will do my best to track them.
Demonetized.
Later on the show.
We got it.
Eddie and Adam, those questions.
Perfect. Thanks, Simon. We're going to be taking some breaks throughout.
It's very low quality. What on earth?
Yeah, it's terrible because they're streaming at 720.
Cover off. We think we're going to be here for between an hour and 90 minutes if we go fast.
Between
an
hour and 90 minutes.
Bear with us, and we'll do
1 hour and 90 minutes.
He said between an hour.
Yeah. So the first thing I'd like to do is throw a question out there, maybe get
he's going to ask, where's everyone coming from?
Where in the world you're from. I do it every time, and I always enjoy the answer. And while you start punching in
Mod
your
Worlds, that's where Warcry is set.
I've got a question for you, Eddie. Done any hobby lately?
Oh, I'm glad you asked, Adam. Yeah, I've been doing
a little they're doing the hobby part.
You said you were going to.
They kind of have to allow people to join in, because some people may not have already tuned in yet.
I'm going to mute them while they're talking about their hobby. You watch like podcasts and stuff, and the bit that everybody skips is, what have you done in your hobby lately? Well, I painted some stuff.
What did you do last week?
I was forced to be here to record this, because this is all pre-recorded.
Well, the good thing this is actually live, and because it's being done live from the UK, it's a good time for us. So
yes, it is finally a good time for us. Like normally these
compared to their other previews, their other previews are pre-recorded.
Only went to the Throne of Skulls with my good friend Damien and we brought home a gold medal, which was super fun.
He did
play so many games.
He did. How many eagles did he bring to us? Well, all bets in.
I think they were playing teams. I think you were saying.
Cost to join in from the US, and they're now hiking, backpacking around the mountains somewhere
in Spain.
Unexpected
journey.
Literally.
But I would say to fix a staff member, GW staff member one
It was
Girls.
Hashtag not a playtester.
I wasn't a horrible person to play against. Always nice. So, Si, where are people from?
Oh, all over the place. It's wonderful. So we've got folks from Australia, Canada, USA, Spain.
I'm surprised everyone from around the world is tuning in.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm sure the truth of that one.
Only the very best.
It was a mini Dyson fan that he put out onto the table.
Awesome. Right. So, as I said before, we've got about 90 minutes worth of like wall-to-wall Warhammer.
Now he's saying they've got about
Big
90
Summer
minutes worth of
Warhammer
content,
preview.
so...
Probably look to begin.
Yeah, let's get stuck in, shall we?
Oh,
Right,
they're going to
so,
start.
Probably start.
Raph, punch the first video.
So just before we go in, the new guy,
Ooh.
he's a little bit peculiar, but just
Games Workshop
bear
HQ.
with it, okay?
Okay, cool.
The secret backrooms.
The secret backrooms where they lock people up. It's a dwarf.
It's Votann. Ah,
Votann.
finally, new models. Master of
it's-
Tactics. Oh, a new transport vehicle, okay.
Oh god, more external roll
big
pages,
guys.
Charles.
Yeah, oh, this one. Okay, he's got some kind of grav gun. Or...
I've got
Mining
the guy
over.
who's been killing Tyranids.
He's, I think he's trying to get into the Octopus.
Christ, he got eaten 3 times.
I did kind of like the giant mole mortar cannon.
Just two little dudes.
I do like More Water. Who looks slightly different Space
What
Marines.
an
Yeah, very
incredible
good.
set of
Very
reveals
good
for the
point.
Leagues of Votann.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this is the
Let's see, come on,
largest
show
release
me
for the Leagues of
action
Votann
models.
since the initial release of the army. This is
Is
a
this really
huge
only the
expansion,
second wave of
all in
Votann?
plastic for,
It is only the second wave.
for
Votann
that
haven't had
force.
anything
There is
since their
new
release,
infantry,
apart
there's
from
new
the kill
artillery,
team boxes.
There's loads of
Apart
new
from the
kill
character
boxes.
for
Yeah.
characters to add to the army. There's some new vehicles, all sorts
They
of
have
stuff.
tall dwarves.
There's the kind of shot of the full army there, but let's take a closer look at some
Well,
of the
they're
specific
specifically
models, specific units
Ironkins.
being
They're
added
the
in the
robot
force. We'll
dwarves,
start
so they can
with-
put them in giant robot bodies.
That's what the
Yes,
Arcanist
because they use like
evaluator.
abominable
So,
intelligence, right?
Within the Leagues of Votann, they're not afraid of developing technology
to do their
and
boys.
expanding their understanding. And so an Arcanist
Okay, this
evaluator
guy's-
is kind of...
He is standing on
aside
tactical
from the
rock.
ordinary kin with
Yeah,
these
at least he's in a
warbands that, operate,
reasonably
he's a member
sensible
of the
bracing
science
pose
force
for that
of
giant
technologies, and he brings
cutter.
to battle
Yeah.
an experimental weapon in the sort of closing phases of development. This is a transmatter inverter.
Lovely, a
It's a cool
trans
Yeah, it's got
matter
4 fire
inverter.
modes, and on the highest
It used
one,
to be
it
matter,
literally
now it is
triggers,
not.
Lethal atomic transformations. What that means...
He's actually got a decent head. I like his crazy doctor head.
Yeah, he's got like mad scientist vibes, which I kind
Yeah,
of like.
which is what he is.
Yeah, I'm not usually a
yes.
fan of the
Pretty much
Votann
every one of the
sculpts. Like
above.
some of them I do
he's
like.
not part of the official sort of Leagues of Votann
this
military
isn't
hierarchy,
bad.
so he doesn't join your units necessarily.
they've
he
got
kind
a lot
hangs
of
around
battle
in your army
skirts
next
going
to
on,
them,
which I'm
and
not
he's got
super
kind of
fan
blown
of.
up predictability
Well,
if you
he's
can
in like
do
his
that
lab
sort
coat.
of
He has
thing.
literally
But
stepped
a
out of the
very
lab
useful
with this
character
gun,
to
and it's
add
like
into
the
your
time to
Leagues of Votann force.
time to
And a
mess some
nice
guys
way of
up.
kind of showing the some
Has
of
he
the
got
kind of
bionic eyes?
lore
He
and
does have
culture
bionic
of
eyes,
the
right?
army.
He's
of
got
the
at
Leagues
least
of
one
Votann.
bionic
Yeah,
eye,
it's got a
maybe
bit of a
2.
glimpse behind the sort of the curtain, isn't it? And you can see some
Yeah,
really
they love
Which
his
is a
haircut.
it's a nicely subtly done bionic eye as well.
Sure.
His weapon.
Because the Votann are advanced, so all their stuff isn't as stand out.
That's a very cool head as well, kind of mad scientist vibe.
Yeah, I just mentioned he's got the very mad scientist.
I could probably rock that. I got the baldness pattern for that haircut. I can do something about that.
Next up,
Gel up the
my
sides.
absolute
To
standout
grow
favourite.
this
This
out.
is the thing that made me march into war.
Menmir strategist.
Buy some,
You know what this reminds me of?
Menmir strategist.
You know the tech priest that's
He
like
is an ironkin.
Yeah, he's got
will understand
like
that
stomach
ironkin
arms.
are-
He's got
Some
the
of them
stomach
are
arms that hold
intelligent.
him up.
Stomach
Yeah,
arms.
he's a
They're
robot
artificial
Votann.
intelligences which
So-
they hold an equal position within.
That's a
Votann
very
society.
interesting one.
There's
They've
a
given him like
CU
extra like
unit inside
manipulators.
of, each
They
of them.
have.
And that's sort of within that iron dome that is normally his head. The first really cool thing about this model is that you see the little noodly things that are on in the Imperium. You call them mechadendrites, right? These
No, they're called mechadendrites. That's what they're
each of those
called.
is an additional CU unit. So he is the combined intelligence of multiple iron.
Oh, so he's actually not just one guy. He is several guys.
I'm
enormous
3 guys now.
strategy and tactics on the battlefield, directing the efforts. Of
Don't they? Isn't the Votann right? They've got like in the middle of their. It's not called the Tomb World.
We'll talk a little bit
Forge
more
World.
They're ships.
Home
Yeah,
World,
they're
Half
forge
World.
ships,
Yeah, they've got
Yeah.
like a big old
It's a very, very
super
cool
AI
picture.
in the
Really
middle of
powerful.
each
It's-
one.
Yeah, every one of them
Also
has like a
got
giant
some spare
AI
arms
head.
on the front there, which is holding on
bonus
to
arms.
holding
Which
onto
was
the
that thing
pad.
they
He's tapping
did
away
in
on
the-
there.
video.
giving orders to all
Yeah,
the
it's like
various
they have
the
massive
Votann units across the
Yeah,
battlefield. And his main
that's
pair of
why
arms
they
is
have
a
the
sort
Iron
of
Kin, who
hold
are
in
in
his
the same level of
contemplative
society as
state, which is
normal
the exact
kin. They're
pose
just
that I have when
robots.
I'm considering my movement phase in Warhammer 40,000.
Because they realise
And
that
if you
we're
wanna
not stupid.
dazzle your friends with some knowledge,
I'd like to
the array
cosplay
he's
as
got
that
on
for
his back
Warhammer
is
1.
called
The
a
chat is
cogniton
saying.
mantle, and that's where he gets like extra brain power from.
What do you
Really
need? I get me my
interesting.
trench coat
Speaking
and belly
of
arms.
Ironkin,
Let's go.
these are a new unit of
Ironkin Steeljax. So these are robots.
Eddie, what's the story?
Yeah, so this is
So they
the
made them
Iron Kin
bigger.
Steeljax. They are a
They made them
specialist,
Yeah.
more
I don't know
warrior
how I
type of
feel about
Ironkin.
this.
A lot of the Ironkin are fairly sort of
They
helpful.
look like
They're
Space
kind of
Marines.
default-
They actually
they're-
look like how a
their
Space
default
Marine
state is a
should
sort
look in terms of
friendly,
scale.
affable,
Kind of. It's
um,
kind of
helper
like
for the
top half of
Votann
the Space
kin.
Marine.
These are
Or
much
you know
more
the
warlike
Sisters of
programming,
Battle
so they
leg
march
Yeah,
actively
bots.
yeah,
seeking conflict. They
Like,
are
it's weird,
in
their
very large
top
suits
half
of
is
armor, so
very
they stand
wide,
kind of,
and their legs,
almost twice the
for
height
me anyway,
of
are
a kin or a
kinda
Votann
spindly.
warrior. And they have got
Yeah,
some pretty
they don't have to
decent
have
weaponry as well. You can
human
keep them out in a
proportions,
variety of
'cause
different
they are a
positions. You can
robot
either go,
body.
combat
expect
leaning,
they are
this is
robots.
an
You've got
example
Power
there,
Fist and Bolt Gun.
where you can have like concussion fists.
Basically, yeah,
and,
they have
pellet guns, or you can
big
go
old
with a
bolt
ranged
rifles.
option. In game terms, they work.
I
a
do
little
like
bit
the shoulder pad
Wraith
they've
Guard,
given
I suppose is the closest
Like the big
approximation.
like, single
Very
forward shoulder
durable
pad.
unit.
Yeah.
Quite
Armor
powerful
duty one,
weaponry.
yeah.
Very good for doing things like
Like, a lot of
moving onto an
Tau
objective
miniatures
and trying
have
to hold
that
on to
same
it.
kind
Yeah,
of
it's
thing,
the same,
like,
it's the
big
same
old
example,
enemy
but yeah, the
contact.
Tau have the forward shoulder pad because it's designed to protect your forward side.
Exactly.
Like Havasu used to do.
Dangerous unit. You can see the
Upper
leader in
bases.
this squad as you looked at these pictures.
I-
by the
I
Primarch crest,
don't
which sort of rises
mind
above his
these.
head.
These are actually quite.
There we are in the background.
I'm
He's
not
got a
actually.
plasma
These are actually
sword
quite
down the bottom.
nicely. I think they're actually quite
Fantastic
nicely done, and the posing on them
Great
is actually
addition to
quite good. Like that
the
one, the one moving
Votann
forward, the
army,
fist
I'd
actually
say.
has a bit of weight
We're
to
not
it.
done.
Yeah.
There's more. The
These I
Chthonian
like.
Earthshaker channel.
These look
some
great, the
really
Chthonian
strong
Earthshakers.
energy
Oh,
from
and
that sort of
it's going to have tokens where they come out the ground.
Very well.
Mole Mortar's return.
So these
Well,
are
this is- yeah,
sort of
this is like
inverse artillery
super
in that
mole
rather
mortar.
than lobbing a shot high above the enemy, they
Yeah,
fire
inverse
those
artillery.
mole
They
shells that
shoot
you
it
get
It's
into
a
the ground.
little. I just want to say it's a little
They
small.
burrow in on the enemy and emerge.
Like-
from a trench
What, you
line
mean
and
the
they
shell?
just
The frame-
blow
Well,
everyone.
no, the whole like the frame
It's
of
one
it
these
doesn't really
really
look
lovely
big
sort of
enough
wire
for
armor
the
in their
kind
own
of
right as
gun
well, so you can
size,
see
but
the kin there
it's
working with
40K,
Iron Kin,
so it doesn't
loading
really
up
matter.
the
Technology is
points.
technology.
You
But
can see
they're
one of them
basically
there with
your
his little
mole ones,
scanner,
right?
almost
From like
directing
Kinda.
the mole. as it
Kinda,
kind of,
yeah. But
burrows
they already
underground
have a
towards
little
the
mole
enemy
mortar in their
fortifications.
berserker squads.
Obviously, it's
But
this is like
Yeah.
just a
in game.
bigger one.
You've got all sorts of.
I'll tell you what I really like.
nice
I
kind of
don't
ways
like
that
so
you
much
bolster
the
your
design of
Legions of Votann
Halfkin
force, which at the
armoured,
moment maybe doesn't
but
have a
like
huge amount
every
of
time
very
they do
long
like big
range,
buff.
artillery.
Oh yeah, because they're like
And, yeah,
super
it's a-
dwarf.
It's a great kit.
Yeah, they are basically super dwarfs, but I think
Speaking of
those
the bigger models
models
that are in
are
inside as
a
well,
much stronger image
Capricus,
than.
Yeah, because
Armoured
the
ones.
armored ones are just like the same size as a regular dude.
And now
Again, I dislike the hover.
It's your favourite
Like on their
external.
like on their bikes. Like on their bikes. I don't like the hover peaks on the bikes. Even
Well, the thing is, the squat prospectors for Necromunda, they did
have
such
actual
a,
bikes.
they
Yeah.
did such a good job on their vehicles.
whichever
Like,
you take,
Okay, this is kind of cool though. It's got a transport version or like an attack version.
Yeah, so it adds a bit of a mobility into your Leagues of Votann force.
And yeah, they were.
The
thing is, this doesn't look that much smaller than a Sagittar,
Leagues of Votann transports, where
but
you pick one of your
it's kind of odd
units,
that they've given them
it's
another
split
like
into
gun
two groups of
vehicle.
Five of them can ride around.
Even though they're
basically
regular
Two of the
transport.
transports, you can
Well, that's
obviously
their
ride
regular
around two of the
transport is a
transports.
gun vehicle.
And
Yeah.
as you say, Adam, you can choose between either having the transport
Yeah.
option, or
Another
you can
Ash
just
Waste
have
kit
all
for
the
Van
guns
Saar.
and have a
Yeah.
fire support unit.
Okay, so it can either be a shooty vehicle or a transport. So
There's some really lovely little touches.
I mean,
on this.
it's
The stove
kind of got to
packs are
be.
really nice
It's
at
got to
the
be
back. I
cheaper
like that you can
than
build
a.
this with two Ironkin.
It's got to be
So if
cheaper
you've
than a
got an Ironkin
Sagittar,
and an
really.
Ironkin gunner,
In
you can
terms of
build them like
points.
that. Fans of Ironkin generally, there is a lot of Ironkin.
That's kind of
quite
cool
well
that
mixed
you
with
can
Votann
make
mixed
either the crew, either dwarf,
There's
basically
also
dwarf or
a
Ironkin.
new, combat patrol for the Leagues of Votann.
Nothing new
We're all
in
familiar
yeah,
with
nothing
combat patrols.
new. It's just
Yeah,
all
it's
the
just
same
existing,
models.
yes.
If you're
Yeah.
new, let me explain what they do. It's a fantastic way to start an army.
But it, yeah, again, like I say, it's things you actually
Portable,
kind of
you've
need.
already
You need
got one.
half kin.
Some really
You want
focuses on
the
those sort of
the
key
shooting
units
guys,
that
and you
make
big
the
boys,
scale
yeah.
of Horus, you've got the Thunders in the background.
But I've always said that these combat patrols anyway are just like
So,
a bunch of stuff.
Just one of them.
That
you're going to buy anyway.
Either you're going to buy anyway, or maybe there's a kit in there that just doesn't sell, and they
have all of
bundle
those
it
things.
into the
Sometimes
combat.
It's all
that's
good
the
stuff,
truth
a
with
couple
some of their
boxes
kits.
things,
Yeah.
and then
But I don't know
units
how
and
good the
you've
shoot
forgotten
guys
how
are
to
or
play.
the combat guys
They're
are.
good. They're good. They're
good.
generally taken.
Now,
Oh, this is the
from
Tyranny
these
boy.
rules,
He's got a whole
the
hive
main
tyrant
event
head on his
release,
back.
This
He
is
does.
very
Apparently, he's been
Agneson.
eaten 3 times.
So
Charles.
very Agneson
Wow.
is the last survivor of a Leagues of Votann clan, which has been consumed by the
Now,
approaching Tyranid menace.
instead of putting him on a
He is
rock,
known as the thrice
they could have
devoured.
put him on a
The Tyranid
Tyranid
monster
body.
has actually eaten
Yeah,
this
like
guy,
the
but
carapace
that
or
wasn't enough
something.
to keep him down. He
Yeah.
clawed his way out of its gullet.
He's been
cr-
eaten
cr-
3
climbed his way
times
back
and
out
came
to
out
safety
3
3
times.
apparently.
One
I
arm,
do like
half
half-
hand.
Goes across the
I like
galaxy,
that
across
half a
the
hand. That's
Kin
actually
warbands
really well
as
done.
a roving
like it.
Tyranid killing specialist.
Like, this model I can get behind. Once again, weapon way too big for his body. That he needs to be below.
Well, the bottom of it is actually below his level, so he'd have to be holding it further down the handle. There's no.
in melee form.
I
Yeah,
think you're
again,
gonna
this
get
is the
a lot of
problem.
this
There's
guy
no
in army
grip
because
near the
his rules
bottom. There
are
should be a
very
textured
good.
grip
He
near the
is,
bottom.
I love his head.
He's got
by the way.
great combat
His head is
stat line,
great.
but
Yeah,
like,
he's got like the
also
half
an
half
operative,
robot
so you
head.
can
Well,
imagine
it's actually
this
like
guy
mostly
very
It's
much
a whole
either
bot.
on his own or
You
alongside,
say
or
whole
kind of
bot.
behind your forces.
It
and
looks like
swooping in
one of
on
his
big
eyes
enemy
is still
monsters and
like
stuff that
fleshy,
get forward to
but
threaten your battle line.
Yeah, and his lore really comes
got
into
that
it. So
Tyranid
he's a member
like
of-
head is like
he's the only
50% of the
member now
model.
an organization called the
I like how he has to haul it around with him
which is
just
one
to
of the
show
leaders
off
of
the
Votann.
facts.
Literally wiped
I
out
mean,
the very last
wouldn't
kin,
you?
which is this
Wouldn't
one.
you?
Well.
So he's so bitter. His whole life is devoted now to.
Yeah,
just
the weapon is
hunting
like
down the
halfway
Tyranid
sword,
and
halfway
supporting
pole-arm, but
other leaders
it's
who've
not
got the same thing
designed to
happening.
be used
You
as
see
either.
that played out on his model.
Yeah, it's like
Like,
it's like a
it's
halberd.
cool.
It's a halberd, right? Basically,
it's
what it
buckle,
is.
which very
Well,
much
no, it's not
looks
even a
like
halberd
he's
because a
sort of
halberd's like an
taken
axe head
some
on a long
applications from
pole,
Tyranids.
Yeah, it's
and
not
the
really a
hand
spear.
grips are in the
We've
wrong
been having quite a
place.
discussion about this.
And yeah, it's not really a spear. It's one of those
I think it's a
super
Tyranid
weird.
that he's
Looks
got over the top of his
cool,
head. There's
but
a
would
nice
be
little nod in
really
this model as well to,
poor usable.
There's
Um,
the idea at some point
Looks
that
like the
squats were
Castellite
eaten
host
by the
Underworlds
Tyranids.
leader. It's just like
And
dude
this guy
underneath
kind of
another
goes, well,
thing.
yeah, they were eaten by the Tyranids,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
also they clawed their way out again. So there is a little bit of truth to that.
But no,
sort
he's quite cool.
that
He's got-
outdated
Again, they
understanding
could have
that we've
done.
into
They
that.
could have put. Like, look, that picture on the codex is him standing on a Tyranid.
Yes.
They could have done that, and it would have looked so much better.
And his
But they
weapon
put him
looks
on a
more in
rock.
proportion as well.
Yeah,
that
that looks. This is the problem when you're making a model. You have to over-exaggerate certain parts to make it thick enough.
Yeah, totally.
In terms of the rules, there's too much to go into in any real detail.
Because again, his head is kind of a bit more pronounced in this, rather than hunched in hidden.
Yes.
So the artwork
Absolutely, yeah. So
does look
yield
better,
points
but the model is still
effectively,
good.
Changes the way your army works over the course of the game,
Ooh.
and it works in the way that the Leagues of Votann approach acquisition effectively. So early on in the game, when you haven't got very many yield points, you're getting bonuses for attacking enemy units on objectives for the most part across your army.
So
and
basically,
then later on, once you've acquired yield points,
getting
you get
tokens
bonuses
by
for
doing
having
stuff
own
to your
units on
opponent
objectives,
Yeah,
and they
to
get
then
as
make
opposed to
better.
just passively
massive
generating them.
bonuses for their own defense.
Well, yeah, it used to be
So
they
the
killed
courage
you,
is
you
to
give
play
them
in
grudges.
that
That will
very
probably
sort
still
of,
be one of the detachments,
acquisition-focused
like the
way.
grudge
Yeah,
band.
maybe this guy is
It's
just
a
like
really great
another.
mechanic, right? Because it's
you know.
exactly how you win games of Warhammer
Yeah.
40,000. Early on, you kick people off objectives. Later on, you hold on to the objectives. So
And
it's
some of the
powerful.
new units that we've shown and some of the units that already exist in the Votann army now have rules that key into that. For example, the Memnir strategist just lets you increase or decrease your yield score by 1 each turn.
Yeah.
So really sort of.
Yeah, and they've got a couple of the models there, which
who's
would be better, easier to see if it wasn't at
tactical,
720p.
army, you can just go.
Well, no, it's the guy with the mechadendrites, and it's
show some
Yeah, and
models.
the crazy
Yeah,
So
scientist.
we've got some in front of us. We're very lucky
Oh, there
to
they
be able
are.
to put our paws on
Yeah.
the heavy metal.
But I say, if it
So
wasn't at 720, it
there'll
would
some
be easy to
evidence
see
of
them.
scale
Zoom in
here,
enhance.
but
They are
you can
small
see
models.
this is the Arcanist
They
and
are.
the Memnir.
No, I can't increase the
They're like
quality. This is
normal
what they're
Votann.
doing.
No, it's
So,
stuck.
any kin is about the same sort of proportion as those, and here you
Yeah,
can see
just
just how
leggy.
sort of much
I don't know,
bigger,
man.
Yeah,
like the
it's
Because of
proportions.
it's because of the very large torso.
I think your
Yeah.
comparison
Is why
of
their
the
legs
two
look
Krenan
smaller.
to Wraithguard is really quite fair.
Yeah, they're about the
actually.
same size as a Wraithguard. It's kind of in that ballpark.
They're,
Of, kind of
I
medium,
don't
heavy
despise
infantry.
them because they
This
have
is
that
the nuance.
they have
So
a very
these,
like mechanical
it's
body.
maybe not like as big as something like an Imperial
They didn't
Guard
just make
tank
them
or
like
something like
human
that,
shaped,
but,
which would have been a easy
compact,
thing.
mobile, that sort of thing, fitting in with the aesthetic of the rest of the
On
Leagues of
tracks.
Votann. You can sort of imagine it starting life as a piece of
Yeah,
mining
yeah.
equipment, but
If
they've
it'd been
sort of
like a track
evolved it
strappy with with a big gun that because you could have it like where it tips down and tips back up.
Like who is it? Admech. Admech have the bots on tracks, right?
Yes,
Service
yeah.
bots, like that. I think
This is meant to be kind of like quick deployable, and it. As they said, it's meant to be like
the hover
portable.
tracks make them like destroyers.
Which has more of the shells.
Yeah.
You get spare shells to put on their own bases.
I don't mind it. It's not bad. It's a nice
just
it's
a
a nice
really thoughtfully designed,
small
very
artillery
thoughtfully
piece compared to.
So,
Earthshaker, they should have called it more something like a Tremor Maker gun or something like that, because Earthshaker's already an Imperial Guard gun.
Yeah.
So this is your new
Buggy, yeah. It's about.
vehicle.
It looks like it's probably a bit shorter than the Sagittar,
which is the gun version. And as you can see there, there's a little bit of space,
which is the odd thing
quite a
because
space
it's
to
going to
transport on this
fill
one, but there is one which is
a similar.
But I really like the Lincoln on this.
like-
It's actually
He's got like a
quite-
tiny
A
little
similar
roll.
kind of like
small,
roll,
'cause it
yeah.
fits
Like
a
fast
full-sized,
transport vehicle.
kin in there.
Like
so they've-
light,
Yeah,
fast light transport.
Yeah, it's like a light transport or a light gun vehicle.
Absolutely,
But-
and I guess the star of the show himself in many ways.
Wait, if we were expecting Horns of Hashut to
the
come,
right- the
does that mean that this is
there.
basically going to be an
So,
entire dwarf
still
stream?
The
kin
dwarf
size,
stream.
you
Maybe.
kind of have a look on this model here. That so
Zoom
much
in.
of him is now bionic, right? So he's been chewed up and
bionic fingers that do it.
chewed up
Really
and
cool.
spat out so many
Yeah,
times.
this is the
that,
problem,
like,
they
his
just don't
arm,
have a
his
good
arm,
enough
most of his
quality
face,
stream.
Perhaps. Kind of
I mean, they're not zoomed in enough, right? They could.
Well, yeah.
They have a camera
Yeah.
there physically that's pointing at
But
that.
he's still kicking.
Yes, yeah, they could zoom it in
also shows
further.
how
Sure,
durable the
sure,
kin
sure.
are, right? So they're specially designed by
He
their
does have
Votann
tactical
to
rock,
be
which makes him taller
durable
than-
to endure kind of the most hostile
Yes, yeah,
conditions.
makes him as tall as the big
Kind of
boys,
process.
but
Yeah, so guys, we had a buddy David, and he
so,
was like, "Oh yeah, my
I think we've covered
Terminator."
the league
It was like a
pretty thoroughly,
Terminator
right?
something or other. He's like,
before
"Oh, it's
we,
as big as a
move on,
dreadnought,"
we're gonna
is
go
what
to
he
the
would
old
say.
world next. A couple of
Right?
sort of
What he actually meant
housekeeping
was it
bits.
was
The
as
first
tall
one
as a
is
dreadnought with all
we're
the
gonna
extra
return to
gubbins that he
Horus
stuck out the
at
top.
end
That's
of the
basically
video,
what this guy is. He's as
particularly
big
if
as
you're
a
tilting,
dreadnought.
But also there's some other things for other factions as well. Do hang around if you like Warhammer 40,000. The other thing I
I
would
do
say
like
is
Warhammer
that
40,000.
lots of the people who mentioned that they were joining us from around the world, you can interact with our social teams. We have
I'm interacting
international
with your
social
social.
teams
Yeah, I'll
that manage
interact
our-
with your social
our
team
various sort of,
right now.
social media places.
Where
Here they
Warcry.
are. If you want to sort of get involved in the conversation in
Okay.
a language which suits you, go knock yourself out. They're really lovely people. They're really engaged and want to.
They're
one
engaged.
person with multiple language
degrees.
degrees.
Language that suits you. So,
They didn't want to pay multiple
speak
people,
English
so
or
it's just
you
like
speak
one
Dutch,
intern who
these are our
happens to
socials
speak
as well,
like
so,
4
please
different
join
languages.
the conversation.
Yeah, we'll see you there. Yep.
Right, time for a little bit of Warhammer: The Old World.
Yeah, let's do it.
What they got
So-
now?
Oh,
first
Tomb King.
up, we have brand new units.
That's a very
for
tall
the
horse,
Kings of
Charles.
Khemri. This
Royal
is a new
Herald.
multi-part plastic
Okay.
kit that makes the
Oh,
Royal
plastic.
Heralds.
Yeah,
Interesting.
these are basically the
Easiest way to
heroes,
describe
right?
these
They're
is that
not
you
the
have a
Yeah,
bunch
well,
of
this
names
is
there,
for
and you
this is
have
for
a
BSB
hero
and
slash
like
lord. You could
mini
make,
lord.
call it,
Yeah, so I guess they're replacing the old Camry
Yeah.
BSB they
Power
currently
standard,
sell.
which you can put on either thing. So if you
Yeah.
fancy a faster,
Yeah,
version,
and I
you
guess
can
that
put it
plastic
on
box,
the
that
wall.
box
You
with the
fancy,
horse
like,
comes
standing
with
around and
well, like this would be the box, right?
It's one box, yeah. You get to make a guy on horse guy. It's the same as they did with the Empire General Kit, where you had a foot and mounted one.
Warhammer army. So if you play the old world, you'll know.
The
Yeah,
banner's
I love
nice.
this stuff.
Banner's nice.
We-
The model's good.
Both the paint scheme and the model itself
You
are
know
very
what
cool.
though? Like
As you
every
say,
new,
this
this is the problem I have with the Tomb Kings. Every new Tomb King sculpt they release just reminds you
Looks
how bad the
infinitely
skeleton
better.
are.
Yeah.
I would imagine there's a
Yeah.
fan
Yeah,
base
you
that
can see them in the background. They just
get
look
some of the other
terrible.
Tomb King
No,
bits
because
as
they're
well.
the
Yeah,
old
not just within
fantasy
the kit
skeletons.
itself,
They're
but
not
also,
even the new
Yeah.
fantasy skeletons.
Tomb Guard.
Yeah, they were.
So,
The old
this
skeletons
is
given a new
brand
sprue.
Coming from
Yeah.
Tomb Kings of Khemri.
And
Also,
the Lich Priests.
Lich
Nice.
who are
Priests.
fundamental to the workings, literally, of the Tomb
I like
Kings.
Yeah,
it.
you
I like Lich
absolutely need
Priests.
Lich
They're
Priests in
cool.
your army. If
Yeah.
you've got a Tomb King's
The problem
army.
is
Your
they
army
are
only
basically
woke
the
up
same
because you had
pose for
Lich
both
Priests.
models.
It's their job to kind of keep the magic.
It's
Well,
the
it's
same
probably- it's
pose.
the same torso, right?
Again, this
Yeah,
is a multi-part
which is
kit with
kind of
some
the
lovely
problem.
options on these. You can see there
Well, it
perhaps
isn't
a
the
little
same
bit
torso.
less dead.
Right, the
than some of
torso
the
is
other
the
Khemri,
same,
but they're still
but
very
you get a
definitely
different,
desiccated. Definitely spent far too
head
long in the
and, like,
desert
shoulder
inside a
piece.
pyramid somewhere. I love
Yeah,
the
but it'd be
box
nice if
on
they
the
had
top
that
of the,
slightly
stat.
different
Yeah,
pose
absolutely.
between the guy on foot and the guy on
for
horse.
bringing that
Yeah.
back. It's
But,
a
like,
really
it's
lovely image
pretty
of
much the
sort of
same
animated,
one arm forward,
creatures
one arm
that
back
come
holding
alive
stick.
through the magic of the rituals that
There is
surround
like a
it.
tactical rocks in this faction.
Yeah, the
I
Mountain
love
Gun in
that the
particular, I think,
BSB had a
they're both
tactical rock that he was
exquisite,
standing on.
but
The
Mountain
entire
Gun
dragon
small
had
one.
tactical
sort of the perfect angle. He just
Yeah, it
looks like the
does.
artwork,
'Cause it has to, 'cause, like,
and
to
I mean
fit
that as
on the
highest
base.
possible compliment. Tomb King veterans veterans might be wondering if that's extra armor on the skeletal steed. It certainly is. We'll talk
Extra
a little bit
armor
more
on the
about that in a
skeletal
moment. But yes, you can have
Armored
a guarded
horses,
skeletal steed,
ooh.
which might be quite useful.
But no, these are
if you're
good.
just terrible
I
at
like
them.
how the scroll is like floating in front of him.
Yeah,
I guess
yeah,
we can talk about that now. If we go
I want to know
across
how
to
these,
also
what the
coming
sprues
out
look
in
like.
the new Arcane
'Cause,
Journal,
like,
the
Arcane
War
Journal,
there's
the
a-
War of Cetra's
The
Fury.
Imperishable
Ooh,
is very, very
Charles, did you know
angry.
he does
His
not
lands have
kneel?
been defiled.
He does not kneel, no, and he loses the game if he does.
He's launching a full-scale
does lose the game
invasion
if he does.
northward into the sort of border region.
For
between
anyone who
Empire and
played
Britannia, sort of
Old
known as
Warhammer
the
Fantasy,
Bolts.
Cetra literally
Also
had.
inhabited
What was he? But
by,
you played them, Charles, right?
Some dwarfs.
Yeah,
and you've
I
got
never
some
used
possessed
Cetra, but
barons
it was
and
it
nobles
was literally like
from
Cetra does not kneel.
So they are forced to
It's like
rally
if
You
you
could like
ever kneel
reroll,
down, you lose the
reroll
game or
or
something.
something.
But you've got
Yeah, it was like you could always
massive
reroll
boost for it.
something, but yeah, just
They
never
are
kneel
rules
down.
for sort of allied forces.
It was a silly rule, but
playing
it was
smaller
funny.
Games.
It was the best rule, Charles.
in
Silly
like
rules are the
really
best
interesting
rules, right?
fashion.
We're here to have
just
fun.
packed,
It's not a
and
serious game at all.
Really cool way of looking at the lore of the old
So this is
world
going to
and how
be
they're sort of
not as old
tying
Tomb
things into
Kings
place
compared
to
to
part of the
the
world.
later old world. Well,
Ah,
not old world, but the
for
later
the old world
one.
as well.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, the thing is,
They're still
like,
old
they're
and
all
still
around.
undead.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
yeah, they've
basically
been around
the same
forever.
Thinking about the
characters
artwork,
in Tomb
right? So the guy in the centre, like it just in this.
But
piece,
they're
it
having
really just
border wars with the Empire as they
Someone's
normally
asking
do.
for Warcry.
There's another Arcane
Oh.
Journal coming, which is equally exciting.
Halo
Which happens
Mika,
to the
or
other
Halo
side,
Mika, I
quite
should
literally,
say.
of the
Where's
region
Warcry?
in the old
Give
world.
us Warcry,
The old
calling
world.
it
This
alive.
is Dawn
We're
of the
doing it.
Storm, and it
We're
features,
gonna
a
invade
bold
that.
strategic move made by
Gonna
now.
invade
Oh, and then
the
the
chat.
cafe,
the
the cafe one, Dawn of the Storm
The
Dragon.
Dragon Emperor.
Interesting
And
title.
she
So is this the
learns
actual?
of
This is the
Chaos
cafe.
Invasion, which is
No,
happening
This is the
in
cafe
cafe-
had
and
their
is
book.
concerned that it's going
Or
to
didn't
This is
they
the
release
Arcane.
it?
so loads
No,
ships
I don't
full
actually
of,
know.
Grand Cathayan
Did they release it? They
soldiers
did. They
and
totally released a
sails to
book
the Empire,
with the
sets
cafe
up an
release.
enclave and helps to try and.
Oh, was that
stymie
like
this
that
chaos
may have been
invasion.
like a special
In
edition?
real terms, that's
Oh,
A,
maybe,
a cool
maybe.
story, and
Maybe.
B, there's a.
Was it one of those things where it's like, oh, we're going to sell you this
including,
book, but you can only get
the
it here,
ability
and then
have
you've
an
got to
allied
wait like
force of Grand
3
Cathayan
months for your
Yeah.
actual book to come
That's
out.
exciting. That's
That
exciting.
is
We've
really
never had
cool.
anything like that before, really, have we? So.
Yeah, so and I think this is sort of.
Cetra does not serve. Cetra is also banned from tennis, badminton, volleyball, and other various other sports.
Exciting things that the studio team at Adventure Masters of the World are doing. They clearly love the setting. They want to explore it in
Warcry and
really rich and
Mordheim.
vibrant detail.
Sounds great.
Yep.
Absolutely. So
Make Warcry great
we
again.
should throw over
We're
to
doing
the
it.
corner and see if Simon's got any
what are we
questions.
going to
for us.
questions?
For us, Simon.
Loads and loads of questions. I think the majority of them are focusing on the Leagues of Votann.
No, they're
No,
not
that's
focusing on Leagues of Votann, they're focusing on Warcry.
So the first one is actually about the judgment tokens.
Slow mode is on wait 3 seconds before posting.
Obviously
Okay.
we've got the yield rules, but what about the judgment tokens?
So the focus in terms of the arming mechanic is those yield points that we've talked about before. It's always good when we get a question which is like, can you tell me the really grainy, like granular rules?
Can you tell me the
Because
specific
answer is
rules?
no.
No, because we
Judgment
don't.
tokens.
Braille
So
or as much
judgment
as
tokens are
possible
dead.
possible.
Yield points are new.
We'll cover
Yeah.
way more detail about Votann rules and mechanics.
Ultimately, these guys have no idea.
But you're in for
It's-
some subtle changes.
Yeah,
to
they only have what they've been given to show.
We've got another one which were the funky drill shell tokens on the Chthonian Earthshaker. What do they represent?
So I do have a really short and candid answer
Okay,
for that.
the volume of Warcry in the chat is increasing, so we're doing it. We're slowly doing it.
And if I remember correctly, and don't like sue me, internet, if I get it wrong, you put them down alongside the Earthshaker when you deploy, and you can remove one from the game to give yourself rerolls on wound rolls as you're playing. So
They're markers
They're just
for
tokens.
an ability
Yeah.
it has, yeah.
Their ability tokens.
Which they've done this with
so
lots of kits where they've made
Sure.
a
It's sort of set up
token
so
in the
that they have some
box.
Sure.
specialist shells, so that'd be like representing the unit being like, right, we're going to use one of the big ones now. This is the important shot.
perfect.
And probably got time for one more. So let's go with how many models can the Capricus carrier transport?
Great
They
question.
It
did say
carries
5 previously, but
so it
Yep.
works a little bit like
They-
some of
they
the
totally
other
did.
Votann transports.
This
where
isn't fair,
you
Charles.
take a
They're
unit
picking
of
all the
each of them
easy
10,
questions.
split them in
Well,
half,
they're picking the ones they
5
can
of them can go in
answer.
that. You've got 2 of the transports, you can carry both the units round in those, or you can leave 5 of them
There's
back
a
on
lot of
your
return
baseline,
Warhammer to
deploy
Ukraine
them.
going on.
Grand. That's good.
because
Thank you.
apparently
So,
they used to print their
we'll
books there.
Draw a
They,
curtain
no,
on
yeah.
what
So
they
they
can
used
world
to
do,
they
and
used to
we'll go
translate their books
to
into
the Mortal
Ukrainian
Realms instead.
through
There's
some
exciting
third
things
party
for us to talk about
who
here.
was doing it for them.
And let's start with
And
a
all
new
Ukrainian
battle
stockists
zone
of Warhammer
for
basically
Death,
came and said,
the Death Grand Alliance.
we're not getting
Yeah.
it
These
anymore.
are the Flesh Eater
But
Courts.
Flesh
Many
Eater
of you will be
Courts,
familiar
Flesh
with
Eater
them.
Courts.
These are the like
What we got?
foul
Show
and
me the
abominable,
one model that is
cannibal
back.
monstrosities who unfortunately have
Well, they might
delusions,
redo
quite
the
literally, of,
not the zombie dragon. What's it called? The
being
Terrorgeist? Because that's like
elegant,
part of
Maybe.
the
valoric,
list.
Yeah, it is part of the thing, and it is an
But
old
they got a
model.
new
Yeah, they
zombie
absolutely
dragon,
imagine
right? And
that
it's
they
kind
are
of
in
a dual
service to
kit.
some grand king on perhaps a grand crusade of some sort, or part of a pageant, or a noble feast of some sort, but are in fact horrible as
Like
you
a
go,
noble
catapult,
feast?
as you say.
Give me a noble
The
feast.
new battle tome has all the stuff that you would expect. Lots of new ways to use your
Please
army.
don't show just the
new
cover,
magic
because
abilities,
that's-
new enhancements.
That may be all they
changes
have
the
to
way
show.
War Scrolls work, so lots of exciting stuff. And perhaps most excitingly, there is a new
Oh,
miniature
There
on the way
we
to
go.
accompany them, which is
Batman!
Look at this
Falcon of
guy!
No, 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 no,
Much like the rest of
Batman!
the
High Falcon of
Frozen
Felgrin.
illusion. His particular
But those
delusion
aren't
is
falcons,
that he
they're
is
bats.
a falconer.
But
in
obviously
He
charge
that's
thinks
of
he's a falcon.
illusion.
Come on,
noble,
Chuck. You know how
wise
I like the
whatsoever.
batwing in his
He
cap
is in
instead of a
charge
feather.
the swarm of
I love it. I
bats.
love this model.
And
This model's
he-
amazing.
The model is very characterful.
Wait, okay,
It's
when
weird,
when
crazy hands
does
and golden
this
It's almost like the vestiges
Come
of that
to
nobility
war
we were just referring
cry.
to, right? He's got like a very
I mean, you
sort
gotta
of
put question in front of it.
style hat.
Oh, yeah,
on,
sorry,
and
yes.
the robes of a person
That's
that might
great.
be performing that
I mean, like,
function.
alright, I
But
kind of
it's got
expected it,
guts
right?
in
Because
it.
that's
It's a very
basically what they
fun-
do
very
for
fun
these new
miniature. I
books.
think,
It's like,
in
oh, here's
the
one new
the
model
spinning
that's going to
shot
be
you
the
just
hero.
capture it, but there's,
Well,
a
especially when you've
bat
already
that
got
comes
the
with
majority
it,
of a
which is
range
basically a
released.
token
It's
that
kind of like,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
Something
what
in the
can we
game
add? Let's
where
add
he
a character
sends one of
per
his
unit.
falcons
Yeah, it was
off
real
to
recent,
spy an
actually,
enemy
right?
unit,
Like, was
and
it
that can give you bonuses in
this
game,
time last
basically. So
year
he's-
that
these
they
are the
got an
kind of
update? It
spies,
was
the
like
eyes in
April
your
or
I think
something?
so.
of course.
Yeah.
And if you direct it to an enemy unit,
But
it can
that's
give
the
your
actual good use of a
squires,
tactical
your kind of
rock. He's
ghouls,
actually part
bonuses
of
against that
his
enemy unit. You
base
can
Part of the
terrain.
base.
take away
Yeah,
their
and it
war
kind of
saves,
makes
Yeah.
sense that you
get
would
better
have a
units,
tactical
basically. So
tree.
a very useful unit to have in your
Yeah,
game, and a very
well,
characterful model
a
for your
bit.
army.
But...
Nice. There's also
Wow,
accompanying,
can't
Oh,
be. He's a
oh,
falcon.
spearhead.
the fleshy
New
support.
spearhead.
This is a new spearhead.
Two to the
It's
big
got-
boys
It's
and a
got
unit.
the
of
Warcry
goblins.
warband in it.
Or you can
Yes,
use this
it
to
has,
bulk
yeah,
out,
it's
or
the
maybe-
Warcry
and
warband.
You can use this to bulk out
Let's see what he says.
your existing Fleshy Courts army. This is a fast-moving, hard
Does he say Warcry?
focused spearhead. It's got models that you'll be very familiar with, and the way that they synergize within this game, within Spearhead, is really fun. Expect sort of lightning assaults, and then using monstrous-sized infantry to sweep the enemy away.
Yeah. Also,
Just
a great
make the
start
damn
to
word,
buy
come on.
A
Yeah,
super army for Fleshy Courts. It combos really nicely with the existing
It is the
Fleshy
same.
Courts
That's it.
spearhead. So if
Yeah.
you've got that already, you can add this.
But it's
in.
another
You've
Warcry
basically got
warband
most of an
package
army.
where
Other models
so
that-
a couple
yeah.
of the cannibal monkeys in there as well. Which,
It's what
Seems
everyone
to be
does,
what
right?
they
who doesn't love that?
There's another battle tome for the sort of death faction, which is
Another battle.
Nighthaunt.
Oh, Nighthaunt,
the
nice.
Nighthaunt.
I
They're
Kind
have
of
very
makes sense to do Nighthaunt and solely to
Yeah.
Soulblight.
Well, we
together.
kind of knew all this was coming, right? Because we had the roadmap.
Their spot as
Yes, yeah.
beloved. This book is like.
But these two kind of go together. Like
They
you've
do,
got the
they
ghosty
do.
side and the living googly side.
Yeah. Oh, does that mean Poltergeist are getting into this again?
Probably.
Is that what we're
Super
doing?
excited because he's sort of in the know enough to know, for example, that their ward saves.
Can we use
No.
the bat token?
Oh, they're getting better ward saves apparently.
Yeah, there's some
Ooh.
significant defensive buffs for the Nighthaunt, certainly, with this.
They die too
battle
quick.
tome. Generally speaking, you're finding that the units have a bit more health. The way that they're
I was talking about this
immunity
like
to
elsewhere.
red
It was
has
like
changed a little bit.
the
So generally,
Nighthaunt
their normal saves are a
fantasy
little
of
bit worse,
having
but you
like
can now bolster them with
what
things
a
like aura
ghost is
defense,
supposed to be.
and their ward
Like
saves
this
are across the
super
board
tough
are 5
ethereal
level better,
thing
which is pretty
never
cool.
really
Let's
translates
get
into the
on to
models.
model, which is
Ooh,
brand
Lord
new,
Vitriolic.
with
Oh,
the
this
fun,
is.
the Lord of
Oh,
Vitriolic.
this
He's
is.
fun, poison dude.
He is
In
fun.
life,
No,
it
what
was
is it?
something
There's a
like
lot of rumor engine
poison
about this guy.
or a-
Yeah, I like
So
that
you
bottle
like
with the smoke. I think.
fake potions
It's like the
and
the
bottle
bottle
with
with
the thing on his
smoke
back.
is- yeah.
sort of let them
He's
down.
cool
or
though.
led them to ruin.
Not a massive
And
fan of his
eventually
head,
claim
so I
his
might
soul
replace
with
that.
his sort of malpractice
Yeah,
deeds.
like you would have thought that he would have had more like a
Reformed him
masky
into
kind
this
of face.
horrific, Lord Vitriolic
Like-
with like backward jointed.
'Cause, like, it's almost like he's got an
arms,
upside down
his
helmet
spine
on.
is horrible, but really
Backward
fun.
jointed
in
arms.
the
He
game.
does, doesn't he?
Yeah,
On
so
his
he's
back.
got some very
Yes,
fun
yeah,
rules.
they're like
So
reverse
basically, you can
joints.
see his rack of potions on his back there.
That is quite
and the way
fun.
that manifests
It
in
is
games
fun.
is you
It is
can
fun. I
create
like
specialist
that a
potions and
lot.
throw them at enemy units. And you've got two options on how you
And
do that.
it's
You can either
clever
just
because he's only got
chuck
a very
bunch of
small like
random
contact
potions at the
point for
enemy
his
and roll
body
some
on the
random
base,
things to
but
see
then
what
they've
happens
used
to
that
them,
gas
or you
cloud
can
to
concoct a very
stabilize it to the
specific
base in like a
potion
nice
to do
spiral.
specific job. And
Yeah, but then you've got the
those
tiny
range
combat-
from things
contact
like
point
doing
on his-
harm to
on
the
his
enemy
bottle.
unit,
Yeah,
some of
yeah.
their advantages, all the way through to stripping ward saves from enemy units.
Yeah,
So
that one looks.
it's a
particularly appealing.
really good little problem.
You're gonna want to buy one,
So you
if
can
not
go, right,
two.
what enemy am I facing? What I'd really
Right,
like
so he's
to look
basically
at
like a
is
support
this
character,
specific
right?
bonus or
He's
this
got a
because
bunch
Yes,
of
yeah,
different
he can
abilities.
buff you and
Just to do
debuff
some
enemies.
So I
and-
think
Sure.
we're going to see a lot of this guy.
Same thing with the Falconer. He's kind of like a buffy character.
As with the Flesh Eater Corps,
Nighthaunt Spearhead.
Oh, look.
Spearhead.
No
This
Warcry.
is the
Okay, so you
cursed
get
Shackle Horde.
the Banshees, you get
It's
Blade Geist
just
Revenants,
all the ghosts
you get
all
that
the time,
box
right?
that no
An
one buys with
absolute
the
brilliant box loaded with.
it's not called a Cruel Glass Crusader, the chain dudes at the
Is
front.
that two of the character
play
models?
games of Spearhead.
No, it's a
The
Dreadblade Harrow box. It's a
Very cool.
two-part
and obviously a great place to start a new.
Yeah,
a push
absolutely.
fit box.
Those things
Oh.
were cool.
Is he not a hero,
But there's a
the
lot of
Dreadblade
people
Harrow?
here who
Was it?
No. They come in units. In Warcry, they're heroes. In
Right.
Sigmar, they come in units.
Something they've never ever seen before.
That would certainly be cool.
Why don't we start?
Oh,
with
something
this?
new.
Something we've never seen before.
Oh, talking about all their different hats, what people have guessed. Oh, Chaos Dwarves, probably. This is Total Bull.
What we got?
Oh, Giant Bull.
Here it is. Oh, they look good, Charles.
Well, they look like
Charles,
Chaos
they look
Dwarves.
good.
Why? They look like Chaos Dwarves.
They look like Chaos Dwarves.
Now that kind of has a little bit of a Trench Crusade look to it.
It does. Got a lot of Trench Crusade going on.
What an
What happened?
incredible reveal, Eddie! I know you're super
They'll
excited.
now show
I am
them.
very
Yeah,
excited.
yeah.
This might be my new Age of Sigmar army. These are the Hellsmiths of Hashut. These
So they
are
are proper
effectively
Age of
the
Sigmar.
reincarnation of the Chaos Dwarf.
Well, they've got a
concept for
hobgoblin
Warhammer Age of Sigmar.
flag bearer,
Entirely
basically, with like a
redesigned
sign
and
on his
brand
back
new
on
army,
the left.
coming out first in an army
Oh,
set,
yeah.
arriving
Giant-
alongside
They
the
didn't
Battle
go
Code.
with the
Giant
Hobgoblin
Bull.
Army
design
set
from
also serves
Corpus.
as the spearhead force
No.
for the Hellsmiths.
Okay, this is
of
the
Hashut.
spearhead force
These
as
models
well.
are phenomenally cool.
Well, this is the
rules
army
are great.
set.
The lore is great.
So
I
this
love
is their, like,
everything
release
about
Well,
it.
he
Let's dive
said
into
this acts as the
miniatures.
spearhead.
Oh, right.
So
Oh,
this
Thing
is
I
the
want to say
box.
is let's talk about
You
like,
get gun,
why they
you
are.
get big
These-
bull.
When the time of
Be interesting
chaos,
if that cannon,
happened
if
in
that's
the
also a
mortal realm,
cannon and a
the
mortar.
Duardin, they retreated. They survived in their holes.
But I preferred
or
the
they
Hell
took to
Cannon, the old Hell
skies or
Cannon.
whatever.
The old Hell
these
Cannon
guys.
was
But
just a
not
classic
so
model.
the
really.
Zardron, the Chaos Duardin.
But they look great,
that
though.
become
They're
known as the
like-
Hellsmiths
Oh,
of
yeah.
Hashut. They instead turned
They are
to
like-
Hashut,
they are
an ancient and
based off
terrible
of the old
Duardin
dwarf models,
deity,
which were great, or the old Chaos
taught
Dwarf models,
them
which were
Yeah,
great.
they decided to go old
So,
Chaos Dwarves
and
instead
their whole
of
Yeah.
career is based
Forge
on
World
with the
Chaos
tufts
Dwarves.
and
Hashut,
Yeah,
the bull
yeah.
father.
Yeah.
And we're going to see
Big
Some
hats,
of the
big
Forge
tusks.
World Chaos
all
Dwarves
of these models.
did
Let's
it,
dive
but
into,
like
the first thing that
not
is
to
in
the
new
to
army
the
set.
extent. Like you kind of want them a
These
bit
are
goofy like
the
this.
cohort
That one in the
of
middle
Hashutites
with
spears,
the
play that,
the
but
horn helmet
can-
with the
Yes.
mace.
They are the
Yes.
core
He's
unit
just
of
a
the
unit of a
Hellsmiths
dwarf.
They are an elite combat unit straight off the bat. These are very dangerous.
Is that a
to argue
female
indeed.
Chaos Dwarf?
Um,
Bottom.
I think
first
so.
of
The
the-
yeah, the
from
standard
the
bearer.
spears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Each of them has got like a glowing orb in it. That
There
can
are
take
dwarf women.
imprisoned,
Huh?
ground down.
Oh, he
with
must be the
constituted
musician,
demons,
the
because that's
hobgoblin
how they
with
roll.
the.
So the demon
oh,
legions
it's a
that
gong.
inhabit the various Duardin
Yeah.
holes during the
And they
Age
did.
of
Okay,
Sigmar.
I
Some
like.
of
They
them,
did kind of
took
use
over
the
holes, where
Hobgrot
Hellsmiths
Cruel
of
Boys.
Hashut
Like the
dwelled.
head is
They
very
instead
much Cruel Boys
trapped those
Hobgrot.
demon legions
Yeah.
and decided to weaponize them into a fuel to power their war machines, their weapons, and their technology. So that green glow, as you say, is ground up demon
Oh,
juice
wait.
that is powering the weapon.
They use demon juice in it all.
Ground up
Things to
demon
talk about
juice.
within this unit. Obviously, you've got like a unit champion.
Very
you see,
good.
You've got a musician, which is like this weird combination of the bare-chested Duardin and a hobgrot carrying a massive gong on its back.
Oh, those two pieces. Okay, so
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
It's a two
yeah,
kit.
it's gone like
That's
this guy and
internalism
that
for this
guy. If
kit
you can
makes
see
Yeah.
my
different types of unit.
thing.
And so here you have them with Hashut-type blades, basically shorter ways of killing people.
They're good.
They
I
have
like them.
different
I like
profiles
how
of
they
gun.
went with the
Yeah,
old.
both very useful. The
old
spears generally
Chaos
are your
Dwarf
slightly more
designs,
defensive things, so you get
as
bonuses
opposed
against
to the
enemy
Forge
that's
World
charging
designs.
you.
But I love the
Cavalry,
Forge World
the
designs.
swords
They're
are the
great.
slightly more offensive
But
option where you
they
get
lost
bonuses
a
fighting
lot
enemy
of what made
infantry
the old
taking
Chaos
fighting
Dwarves kind of
skills,
goofy and
both
kind of
effectively
interesting.
heavily armored elite infantry.
Yeah, absolutely so. And you can paint them in different colours. The studio team's done a lovely job. The banner in the middle just is a really interesting nod to sort of the Zardron culture, which is, that's a ziggurat in the middle of that banner, right?
It
With
is
the
a ziggurat.
Bullfather's rune above.
Nagash would call it a
They live in
pyramid.
ziggurat cities, and each one is ruled by a war despot. As if by magic, here is the war despot.
I thought you planned the whole thing.
This is my favourite model within this.
It's a great hat.
It might be
It's a
my
great hat.
my favourite of the Hellsmiths.
Of course, he's not a proper dwarf
it's just
because
so
he has
good.
armor for his
Huge
beard,
hat,
and
great
no
spikes,
self-respecting dwarf
carrying
would have
an
armor for
enormous
their
war
beard. They
blade,
have to
which
let
is
it flow
glowing.
through.
The runes at the top glowing with this.
I won't hold that
elvic
against them.
power. the war despots,
I
they have
disconnected.
to roll through
Apparently
a
I
mixture of
disconnected.
sort of violence and also through just ensuring that
disconnect
everybody around them knows
somehow.
that they are the nastiest,
Charles is
toughest
dead.
of all of the
That's
Hellsmiths.
showing
So
him,
they
right?
are dominant figures.
Yeah, like any Duard,
Oh, my stream is still going.
couldn't
Sorry.
demand the
I'll take
loyalty
that.
of their followers unless they were able to lead from the front, basically.
Yeah, the stream is still
they're
going.
Not,
Okay,
they're not
good.
cowardly,
As long as the stream is
but they
going, we can
certainly
do that. It's Discord that's
are
died.
diabolical schemers, sort of thing. So they will lead their
Yeah.
armies.
Right, if you can hear me, Charles, Discord has died. Oh. What's happened? I'm still here? Apparently I'm still here. Although... why is nothing working?
Right,
Yeah.
so they've taken the assault of chaos and they've ground it down
Okay.
and created like order from chaos. But in the
Sound.
mortal realms, they
It exploded on me. That's
up
it.
the
Chaos
monuments
Dwarves
to
have
Hashut and the great
100%.
ziggurats that power their industry.
Yeah, absolutely. Also within this spearhead is just this incredible centerpiece model, the Dominator engine. It's another kit that makes two things. So here you can see the immolation cannons. This is
I have no sound. I
enormous
can't hear them.
metal
for some
creation,
reason. I
which
don't know
is
what's happening.
animated and powered by this demon energy roiling inside it. Have a look at the sort of brazier in its belly.
Sorry,
You
guys,
see
technical
the demonic
difficulties.
eyes peering out as like the demonic souls within a torch.
I love the
and
flames on
give
these
it its
things.
power.
That kind of like green into
Okay,
purple fire.
sound has
is
come back
such
there,
a
that's
beautiful sort of aesthetic.
fine.
This is both an incredibly cool miniature, which I think I'm looking forward to see what painters do with this, because the heavy metal one is wonderful, but I think once this goes out into the wild and you've got
You're going to see
you know,
incredible interpretation.
Yeah, 1,000 painters painted this. It's going to be amazing. I can imagine this in beautiful non-metallics. In game,
Okay,
this thing is
cool.
an
Right, I
absolute
got sound
juggernaut,
back.
right? So
Discord
it
is
has
still
a
dead.
2-up save, armor save,
reason.
which in Age of Sigmar is almost unheard of. It has loads of wounds. It hits really hard. The combat version can mulch
Dominator
entire
engine
units.
with
The
brain
shooting version
misses.
is what you want if you want to wade into the middle of.
I
an
wonder
enemy
if this
army,
means
set
that the
whole
rest
thing
of
on fire.
the demon engines and stuff are going
Like
to come
a lot
back
of the stuff
because they
from
had a lot of
Hellsmiths
really
army,
cool
their kind of army mechanic allows you to harness
things, right?
a demon power on specific
Let's
units.
get
so you can
Charles back.
bolster the
Charles is
power,
back.
and
You return.
units
I
particularly-
don't know what happened. The stream kept on,
And
so
we're
we're
still
good.
not
We
done.
are
Also
100% good.
within the spearhead.
The
you'll find
infernal
this is the
giant
Tormentor
ball is amazing.
Bombard.
Yeah. I
Chaos
hope
Dwarfs
in
of
like
old, if you cast them
future
back if you're old enough like me,
future
to, the world
releases,
that was,
we're gonna
Chaos
get
Dwarfs
more,
were renowned for devastating
like that.
artillery. particularly
we're
lob
going to
things
get more of
like
those demon
Spartan,
engines
and
because
that
they had a
concept
whole
has
bunch
been
of stuff that
reimagined
was
for
never
modern
released
games.
like back in the
Beautiful
day.
Tormentor Bombard, raw
Yeah.
demonic power hurled
Okay,
high
we're all
into the
back,
air
and
to
we are all
come
back
crashing down upon the
apparently,
enemy.
which is
It's
absolutely
deadly in the game.
Yeah, this is the.
But yeah,
war
they
machine
look
you
great.
use.
Annoyingly, their
Being
leader
attacked on
model
by
is on like
multiple
two
enemies,
little
so you
rocks
can
to
fire a
raise his
single
feet
enemy
up so
unit,
that his
and the units
triangular
nearby
dress doesn't
also
touch the
take
floor.
damage. That's how devastating it is. Very long range. I think it shoots 30 inches. which
Okay, we're all
again
back
is
apparently.
very-
Martin
is
says
very
we can
good
hear
in
the
Age
stream
of
audio.
Sigmar.
That's perfect.
I think the Hellsmiths of Hashut,
Well,
between
Tormentor
this and some
Bombard.
of their other units,
It's not bad.
It's
have
fun.
claimed to
It's
be
totally
one of
fun.
the most devastating shooting armies.
Again,
in
like
Mortal Kombat.
it's nice how they basically melt demons down. Oh, it makes rockets as well. That's fun.
Brilliant for just like
That's
But yeah,
blowing
they
up
they melt
enemies,
down
big,
they melt
impressive
down
things.
demons
Yeah,
to
so
use
this
as
is a
fuel.
monster killer,
They
right?
do.
So where
They
your other
do.
war
Well, they
machines
kind of did that
think
before,
take
right?
out
They would
monster enemies,
They
bind
did. They
demons.
were
to-
on they were on the
This is
chaos
your-
side
they have one big
before.
monster
Now
that
they're still
want
chaos.
to be
They
dead,
they
you
brought
can fire
order
at them,
to chaos.
And
Order
this,
to
with,
chaos.
with decent rolls, will take out a monster in a single volley.
You're
which is
firing
pretty good.
essentially a demon energy imbued bolt the size of two Duarden stood sort of head to toe.
I could see
Yeah,
this
it's
also
good.
making some kind of like death roller.
This launch
Oh, probably.
also includes a battle tome. It also includes all of the war scroll cards that you would want.
Pot
to,
of demon
have in
fire
your
with the
collection.
eye.
But there's totally going to be more
It's
stuff,
the
right? Wave
perfect
2 is going to be
jumping
kind of
Yeah, yeah,
for an
this-
all-new
exactly.
Hellsmiths of Hashut.
probably guys with guns because that's what they had before.
Yes, yeah.
Um,
There's more.
Why don't we
Oh,
show you
oh
some?
my god! Just more shots of them.
Yeah, more shots. More shots.
Oh, ogres.
Ooh,
Oh, there's a Lamassu maybe? No, it's a giant
Come
ball.
Lamassu! It's the best.
That does look quite good though.
It's a robot Lamassu, but it's a Lamassu. I will take
They
it.
have
Bull Centaurs.
they have the
back.
full centaurs. That's it. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it so much.
Yep. They look good.
I must
launch
not go
box
out and
wasn't
buy
awesome enough. They
Chaos
followed
Dwarves.
shortly
I must
thereafter.
not go out
All
and
of
buy
those
this set.
incredible models that you just saw, rounding out the
Chaos
forces
Dwarves
of
in
a really
War-
substantial and impressive Warhammer
Chaos
Sigma army.
Dwarves
immediately
in
out of the
Warcry.
gate, you
When?
have almost a full
Bull
army
centaurs.
offer, basically,
Yeah.
stuff. And we start off with one of the classic units of Warhammer returning.
They're right.
Bull
They have
centaurs
brought back
been
all of
part
like
of
the
Warhammer for, I think,
whole
what's
like
35 years,
everything.
something
Yeah.
like that.
I remember being
That they were
charged by
known for.
these
Yes.
when I was like 13 or 14.
In their classic red with green bases back it was in the day. But this is a heavy cavalry unit. They are basically the experts at riding down enemy forces
They
and
do
crushing
look
them
really
under their
good.
hooves.
They
They hit
do,
very
they do.
hard. They're well armored. These are the sort of manifestation of the power of Hashut.
You've got it right. They're cow centaurs. They're not horse centaurs.
Yeah,
so they're
they
not
are
like
bull
tall and fast.
centaurs.
to be more
Yeah.
like to
They
their,
have the bodies of
ancient
bulls.
ancestor god.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
they're not as
absolutely.
fast
You
as
said it
horse
earlier, I thought
centaurs,
it was really
but
striking, which is,
I mean, a centaur is a centaur. I will take it.
The mortal realms
Yeah.
underfoot,
Yeah.
right? He's a.
It's
big
interesting
wild
that
god, sort of
they do actually have weapon, or like the middle one has
Yeah, so-
weapon loops on his weapons, but only one of them's got. He's only wearing one of the loops.
And one of the things that comes out is the idea that there were the ancestor gods of the Dwarden, and Hashut was almost like one of them.
Swing
right?
them
He was
around like
one of the
flails.
and he was
He just
given
wants
the
to
realm
throw
of
it
beasts,
at
and he sort of
people,
felt that was almost like an insult.
But not
like
all
an
of them have
unbroken
weapon loops.
beast.
There's
So
only the
rather
one in the
than
middle.
trying to
It's
kind of be
only the
harmonious
middle
with it, he
one.
decided
The
to
other
just
one's just a
trample it
like
flat. So all of
round
his
end maces.
incarnation of beast power is in the form of trampling, in the form of kind
Beast
of
power.
harnessing and subjugating nature.
Yeah, so let's look at the another sort of variation that this kit enables
I
you
like
to make, which is
I like
Lord
the
Sentinels.
bullhounds.
These are
I
the most
really
Yeah.
like
devoted
the one on the
towards Hashut
right hand
of,
side.
the
Mm.
Hellsmiths. They guard his holy places, whatever. A
But
holy
they
place of a
have like the
bull
proper
father
body,
Hashut might look
like the
like.
proper ogre
Much more
body top,
defensive than the
without
other
like
bull
too
centaurs
much
or
over
other
muscle.
centaurs,
Yeah,
although
yeah.
by no means a passive unit. They're just really great at
It's kind of the same
counterpunching.
as when we're
And
talking
when you
about
consider how
Votann,
much
right?
the
Votann kind of
standing back and
have the
raining
same
death on
thing.
the enemy. Very useful in their own right.
Like not spearhead, not full of chain rasps. Exactly. That's
yeah.
what I'm guessing.
Who
I
needs
think everyone
more
has
chain
had their
rasps?
fill of chain rasps,
Yeah,
right?
I love those.
Because they were also in
my
the
favorite in the
Age of Sigmar starter set. You got like 20
Yeah.
chain rasps
Yeah.
or something, so everyone
imagery
has
that we're
them.
used to from before, as does the next unit. It says seamlessly segueing in.
What's this
Oh,
guy?
oh, here we go. Infernal Razors with
Inf-
blunderbusses.
there they are.
Now, these have got blunderbusses. And if you,
That's a blunderbuss,
are
apparently.
long enough in the beard, you might remember Chaos
Well,
Dwarf
it is.
blunderbusses,
It's,
from
I mean,
blunderbusses usually a large
Oh,
bore.
like terror of
Yeah.
Warhammer Fantasy.
Those really should be like
Yeah.
flame hurlers,
Diabolical.
really. But
And
Sure,
these
sure,
are-
sure. I want
are
to see
very
though.
dangerous,
Well, no, they already
in
showed
their
off the
own right.
spearhead. So one of my
Again,
bingo
harnessing
card
that sort
things
of,
was
demonic power to
Horns of
operate their
Hashut
weapons,
getting
you know,
into
gunpowder
the spearhead.
necessary here. And,
but they already
the
showed
kit
off the
makes
thing that they
two
said
options.
Right, there we go.
You
There's
have
their
the,
flamethrowers.
Flame hurlers, which, I mean, they hurl flames. There's not much more.
They do look good, though.
Required.
Yeah,
No, they
two really
they
powerful
look
units.
great.
The blunderbusses, not much to choose between them really. They both do a great job. The
Oh, like
blunderbusses
they've
have
actually
a
got like
little
a
bit more
face
range
on the
them.
side where like the
flame
tube is.
hurlers
That's
can
kind of
fire
nice.
while you're in
Yeah,
combat,
they totally
which is really
do.
handy. So
Yeah.
even if the enemy manages to reach you, you can still sort of set them on fire. But the thing that really makes them is that through the army rule mechanic, you can power them up and power up the demonic
They
energy
are-
inside
they're
the
quite
guns, which
fun.
basically increases the rend on the guns. You can get these things up to rend 3, doing
Ew,
multiple damage, which is
sounds
absolutely
horrific in the game.
So if the enemy is like
It's
charging
in-
your
right, what it sounds like is
big
they have a
unit of
similar
infernal
rule like
razors.
Votann, where during the game they can get like tokens of some
Oh,
kind.
this is-
My stream's paused.
Yeah, it's a lot of the stuff they do for Age of Sigmar is like one-off powers they can use.
Yeah,
Okay, the Hobgrots do look quite good.
my stream is paused. What on earth is going on now?
There's a
those are
really
quite good
bad
Hobgrots.
relationship between the Hellsmiths of Hashut
Those
and the Hobgrots
are good
who
Hobgrots.
sort of
They're
bolster
less
their ranks.
than.
Hobgrots are also really into doing.
They're less goblin-y
desecrating
than
world,
the
Yeah, yeah.
and
Crawl
so
Boys
they-
ones.
But they use the same
it's
faces,
almost like a
which is
vassal
kind of nice.
state within.
Yeah.
And they're supposed to be, right? They're supposed to be like
culture.
the lowest of
In
the
exchange
low
for
of
Yeah,
the
they're-
society. They're like the fucking dregs.
Yeah, they're the workers.
They get to
Yeah.
join
Yeah,
the
because like
army.
you've got the leader model has a whipping chain
They
to whip
fill
his
everything
guys.
in.
He's
They
got
are
his whippy
faster than the
chain.
Hellsmiths and they can
Eggwick
scout.
says, I think
Absolutely
seeing
can.
Haunts
So
of the
way
Haunts
these
of
guys are
Hashut.
gonna
I
fit
think
into
seeing
your
Haunts of
army.
Hashut
Most
will
of
be a
your
long shot.
forces
Yeah,
will be
maybe.
very good at shooting.
Maybe.
but relatively slow. So you're going to be moving on to the objectives.
And these are
late
basically going to be
game.
your
But
like
these
mass
have
rank and
scouts,
file,
as you say, so
and then
you
you've
these
got
are
a
your-
few
these are
These are your
chaos
chaff.
dwarves.
Those objectives
Yeah.
just get under the feet of enemy units. They will absolutely be used for
So
things
your
like
Chaos
trying
Dwarfs
to
are
take
your
a
big
charge on
angle
something so you can set
and
all your other units
your
up
bull
for
centaurs, your hammer,
amazing
and these guys
numbers,
are just there
or
to
charge
do
them with bull centaurs or
the
something
mop
like
up.
that.
Yeah.
So you will absolutely want some of these in your force. We've obviously seen Hobgrots before in the kind of Cruel Boys force, but these are armoured and equipped by the Hellsmiths themselves. So they've got slightly better armour, maybe than the ones that
none
don't.
of that
Slightly
sort of
better armor.
Eldritch
Come on,
power
man.
in the weapons, though, not for these guys.
Oh no, they don't get to play with any of the cool demon stuff.
So
Oh, that's fun.
let's look at some of the
His little,
extra
like,
sort of heroes
book
that
stand
join,
with claws.
faction.
I like
These
it.
are the-
I like
this is
his
the
robot
Demonsmith.
arm.
They are the ones who do the hellsmithing, I suppose. It's fair
Are they
to
still
say.
turning to stone? Are they still do that?
You can see
I
in
don't
his
know,
model, there's
maybe.
some real sort of hints as to who he is. Obviously a wizard. He's got that demonic power
Yeah, so
sort of
old
coming out of his
old
hands.
lore was
Tone
that
looks like it's sort of etched in.
as
I don't know
the
what
Chaos
stone
Dwarves,
that is.
like, so
Yeah,
you've got dwarves
exactly,
who would bind
like
magic to
Val
runes,
runes,
and you've got Chaos Dwarves who would
I think
actively
his
use
lectern
magic.
is animated.
And the idea was
in a
that
nutshell,
as
they
a
are-
side
Who's that
effect of their
painting?
bodies
Whoever
rejecting
painted
that
on the heavy
magic,
metal team,
they would
well
slowly
done.
turn to
Yeah,
stone
well done,
it's-
guys.
it's just
as they
funny.
used to.
They fill a particular function because they're the ones that enable all of the sort of the health.
Demon
Yeah,
Smith
they allow the
he's
kind
good.
of army to work.
Well, I'm sure
in
he
game
is.
terms, they do a particular.
Oh, I mean, the
useful
model
thing as well
wise,
as being
he's
Oh, the
a
model,
good.
yeah, I like his
they
arm.
can heal your.
I like it. I like the
as well. So if you've
book
got
with
any
the
of
giant
those
octagonal
infernal
like
engines, or you've got any of
steel
your cannons,
pages
He's got
and like
tactical
metal.
rock, look at that.
Put the power back.
Yeah,
in.
but he's standing flat on it.
This kit has
Okay,
another
he's-
option in
the
it.
Ashen Elder is
It
interesting.
also makes an Ashen
You know
Elder.
what? You
It
could
shows
probably
you
use a
the
lot of
anointed
these
centaurs who
to
are
make
the ones who
Votann.
guard the
Oh,
holy
you
sites.
probably
This is the
could,
person doing
if you wanted
the
to make, like,
rituals
Dark Votann.
inside the holy
Yeah.
sites.
Easy.
And you
Or
can see
even things like
application
heads
has
to
started
just do
happen
head
to his
swapping
skin.
between them.
Sure.
The older a hellsmith
Well, I
gets,
wonder if we're going to
Oh,
get to
wow.
see
the more
maybe in a later thing. They
start
used to use
become
captive
like
slave
stone,
ogres.
Skin cracks.
Mm,
they're
maybe.
powerful, if they
And
have
Oh, that's
models
interesting.
subjects,
The
available.
the hammer
Hold it
has
a
got
little
like
bit,
a hammer
yeah.
trigger on it,
But
so we can
demons
hit
upon
people. It
them.
goes
There's a couple of
ka-ting
really
and releases
interesting
the
ones. I
power
love
like a
this stuff. I was
gun.
gonna eulogize about
That's
how,
kind of fun.
Beautiful it is that the smoke makes it look like a beard. But you had a fascinating fact about the hammer.
Yeah, so there's lots of things that are really fun about this miniature, but if we go for hammer particularly, there's not a lot of hammers in the Hellsmiths of Hashut, and one of the reasons is that hammers are actually seen as a slightly profane symbol to the Hellsmiths
Interesting.
because they remind them of the
They
other
don't
dwarven
like
ancestor
hammers
gods,
because
which really
hammers
like
remind them
hammers.
of
But this
dwarves.
particular hammer is
Dwarves,
blessed
yeah.
in the blood of other Duardin priests. So he would have like found a runesmith or something, or one of the Caradron priests or something,
Yeah.
and then slain them in a sacrifice and blessed the hammer in that blood. So that's why he's the one with the hammer when no one else
So
is.
if you're
You've
a
got-
Fire Slayer
you got
player, a
blimmin'
Caradron,
OSL
the heavy
everywhere.
guy,
like,
yeah,
pick
yeah.
on this
Oh,
guy.
yeah,
The-
yeah.
the
They've-
Caradrons and the
everything
Fire
is done with
Slayers really
OSL
do not
'cause
run
that's
with
their whole
Hellsmiths.
big
Like,
thing
there is
for
a lot.
this.
They've
whole
got beef,
shtick.
basically.
Yeah,
with
absolutely
it.
so. There's also another character we should talk about. This is
Lala
Ulfar,
Yeah,
who's
he
the
is turning to
first
rock.
Demonsmith.
Very good.
Back in that ancient time,
Well, that
first
brass
the
bull,
Hellsmiths needed
that
to,
brass bull is
learn to survive.
fantastic.
He learned the secrets of this demon smithing from Hashut. He is truly ancient. And
Did he say that he
abominably
was from the
powerful.
world that
You can
was?
see how that
Is
manifests.
that what he
I
said?
think
the
I think
petrification
they
on the
did.
back,
Like
deep trenches of like rock starting to form out of his flesh, horns erupting from his skull. He's mounted on an enormous infernal
Taurus.
My brain's just gone blank. Infernal Taurus, just centerpiece written all over him.
No, the
incredible
Ramessu has the
spot
head of a
lore.
man, doesn't it?
Yes, yeah.
This is
Very,
yeah.
very
So
cool,
this
mate.
is like
It's
the
a
beautiful
2-for-1
John Bell
kit as
Taurus,
well, which
right?
is really cool.
Yes, yeah, but this is an
It also
Infernal
makes,
Taurus.
your
Infernal
Demon
Taurus,
Smith
yeah.
on Infernal
I
Taurus.
do
There's
like
a
that in the
bunch of
Jade.
options on this kit as well, which is amazing.
I think the
can't
Jade
wait
is
to see what painters do with this kit.
fine.
Yeah.
It kind of makes it
Just
not look like
asking
Chaos
for a
Dwarves,
beautiful
if you
colour
get
scheme.
me.
You can imagine this in like
Yeah, but
beautiful
it's a-
non-metallics or
another
metallics or
good-
glowing runes or
the glowing-
kind of petrified rock or something else. But again, that kind of manifestation of Hashut
All
as
that OSL.
never deciding to
It's not
use
everywhere.
the
I don't think it
natural
helps that they've got like
materials,
green
right? It's always
studio
gonna be
lights on as
industrial
well,
in some way,
and I'm
or made
pretty
Yes,
sure
yeah.
there's some reflections
Stone or
going
something
on.
Okay,
like
you
that.
can
Only wood
can
on the
make
base
just a
is
regular
burnt
Demon Smith
burnt
or the
up
special
cinder.
character.
You can imagine him walking through a forest of just like that.
Yeah, should we take a look at some of the
It's great.
models?
They-
in
like,
the
they
flesh?
did a
We've got them in the
really
room
good
with
job
us,
on
and
this.
I can give you
I've
some
got
sort of
ourselves a little lineup. from
Oh
you.
look, he's bigger because he's on a giant rock.
So here is my personal favourite. You have the War Despot. You can see he's a very chunky-looking looking dwarf.
Well, you can't get a sense of height because he's standing on rocks.
They do get wider. As you go
Yes,
along.
yeah.
You can see like bigger in
They
stature,
can't
more
get taller,
powerful,
but they do
moving
get
along,
wider.
have to deal
Well,
with
the big
action
guy is
all
the
day.
boss. Like, he's got all the extra armor and gear.
Petrified
really quite
tactical
sort of
rock. Yeah.
Scrawny, just perfect.
We get in there.
Yeah.
That's another one for the bingo
The
card.
thing, just for kind of scale purposes, that's the same size, more or less, as the Hobgrets that currently exist in the Cruel Boys range. So you get an
Oh,
idea
that's
of
good.
the size.
That's a good size.
Much larger. We have the bull centaur
That's
there.
a good
so you
size
can see
bull
that
centaur.
The power
That's
of
a
the
very
ship sort
good
of
size.
coursing through that guy. This is a fairly large cavalry miniature there. It's like on a scale with some of the kind of, I guess, like Agrodon sort of size, that kind of...
He's big to say the least. But not as big.
The big old bull.
Segue. Here we go.
Yeah, so he's like new Space Marine Dreadnought
even
size.
goofier, you
Yeah,
could say.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So
I can see people using them in Votann.
I think
like
you can have a few of these
swapping
in
out
armies
swapping out the
where
head
you
for like a giant
can have
dwarf head.
heads and-
Yeah, they just need the right
so I
guns.
certainly
Like that's
expect to see
basically it.
Yeah,
a few of these making their way into the army.
let's bring in at least one of the artillery.
Yeah,
pieces
let's get one of those
if we
in.
can,
Right,
and then
so-
we'll get to the main event. So if I squeeze some of these guys
We're running out of
of the way.
space. There's too much stuff in this release. It doesn't all fit on the table.
Well, no, we're complaining because it's in 720p.
There we go. So you can see the two war
You
machines.
got the little gun
Again,
cars.
these have got like really
Yeah,
lovely
this
little dioramas.
is-
on the
these
back,
are actually
so
very
you've got
similar to the
multiple
Imperial Guard
characters sort of
artillery kits
with
they've
different
made, like the
roles across
new
the
their new
artillery piece,
ones, like
yeah,
on these nice round
funneling the
bases.
demonic power
Yeah,
into
totally.
the engine, or stoking the furnace and that sort of thing. A little bit like the Leagues of Votann artillery we saw before. These are just like
The big boy.
wonderful pieces
A
of
little
work.
bit like the
let's bring
Votann
in
artillery.
Electar, shall we?
Yeah, he's a big guy. Here he is.
Round
You copied it.
four out.
Ooh,
So I mean,
he's
this
a
is,
big boy.
It's a fairly big model.
Towers above even the
Yes, big, isn't
Dominator
it?
engine.
Cool.
It's exceptional. There'll be loads more pictures of this on WarhammerCommunity.com. And
Rip
you
my
can
wallet.
see it all in more detail. There's probably some bits
Yeah,
and pieces of
rip
information
the
that
wallet.
we left out.
I need to find a way to get these into Warcry, and we are good to
need
go.
to
Like, I need to
move
figure
on.
out an
Yeah, we
actual
need to get-
war
that
band.
was-
Before
very
I do,
cool, very
before
cool.
I do, one more thing.
Iron Golems,
I'm
maybe.
aware that lots of people in the chat
Yeah,
might be keen to know about Warcry and whether or
Oh,
not.
Warcry! They're mentioning Warcry.
The Warhammer Studio team are going to publish rules for using Hellsmiths of Hashut for Warcry when they release.
Yeah, they will be
keep your
getting
eyes peeled
rules
on
when they
Warhammer's
release.
website.
They have officially
It's a free
said it.
download that lets you
Did
try
it?
out some
They
of the Hellsmith,
actually said it.
Models in Warcry in your game.
Chaos Dwarves are coming to
Not dead.
Warcry.
New army for
Confirmed.
Not
We
dead.
did it.
They will
War-
also feature
not dead
an entire
game.
new faction in Warcry as well.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
also,
Less dead than Underworld.
Yes,
Not dead
it would be nice
game.
if we segued seamlessly into the Warhammer Underworlds.
We did it.
So
My
we're
God.
going to Spikewood. This is an expansion for
Spikewood
Warhammer Underworlds.
expansions.
It's the scene is essentially you're in the Spikewood. You have a Hellsmiths of Hashut.
That's it. We did. Charles, Warcry is
warband
not a dead game.
fighting
Like,
against
forget
the
this.
Canadians.
No one cares
It
about
really is
Spikewood.
industry versus nature.
yeah, there's a strong rivalry in the Mortal Realms.
Yeah, we might have to
between
pick them up
the
then.
Hellsmiths, who
yeah,
are all about, like,
shit,
as we say, trampling nature underfoot, and the Sylvaneth, who are all about
That's-
protecting
I mean, we
nature.
have to.
And the
We
Kanothi are
literally have
particularly
to.
kind of warlike aspect of
to.
that, following the kind of absent hunter god.
New
Kurnoth.
Sylvaneth?
So
Where
they
is
will
that?
defend the wild places of the
Yeah, that is
Uh,
New Sylvaneth.
So here you can
They're
see
they're
the two
centaur. They're
warbands.
actually
This is an
centaurs.
expansion, as we say, for Embergard. And you have
Chaos
the,
Dwarves confirmed for Warcry. We're
Hellsmiths.
doing it.
You have the Kanothi.
Yeah.
The Blood of the Bull is the.
They are
Hellsmiths
good.
unit. Bottom left-hand corner, you have a War Despot. Her army
it's a
advancing into the Spikewood has suffered a strategic reversal, so she's regrouped with her sort
Let's
of
go back to the
remaining
thing.
warriors
What's she
in
up
the
to?
circle,
The Blood of the
and she's
Bull.
getting reinforcements before she
Yeah,
can
this
raise
is their
the so
their
she's
warband. So
pressing
it's
it
led by
aggressively
the
against
War Despot.
the other
Yeah.
warband.
Yeah, and you've got some great archetypes in the mix there as well. I particularly
Oh
like
look, these
the
models.
Hobgrot.
Yeah, Martin's very,
He
very
does,
right.
'cause,
These models don't
Again,
suck.
if you've been playing Warhammer for a very long
Yeah,
time,
yeah, they're actually
you may
pretty
remember
fucking
the
good.
Hobgoblins
Models.
from Warhammer Fantasy Battle, and there
These
was
are
a unit
fun.
called Throat Cutters, I think it was.
think
or
And they said that when these are
Um,
released, so when the Chaos
he
Dwarves
is
are released, we'll
basically
get
a
Warcry
homage
rules, right?
to
So
it.
this,
Yeah, it's really
all
lovely.
this
Yes.
stuff has
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
out in the next 3 months because
They've
that's the
got,
way they do things.
Their rules.
Yeah, the preview, and it's then usually within about 3 months from the preview
Yeah.
is when it's
the
out.
landscape,
Yeah,
just for
yeah.
the joy of it, sort of mentality. The other warband in this set is.
What's the other
says-
warband?
Well, there we go.
Centaurs.
Kurnoth, Herald. There's 3 of them in the.
Well, they're actually
fun.
deer.
Kit.
They're deer
They make
bodies.
these-
Yeah,
from
they
the look
are.
of it?
The bodies are like
Kit.
deer, but they've
thing to
got like
point out
spike
with them in
tails.
terms of, like,
Yeah.
the rules and how they
Yeah.
play is that they're very defensive because they're holding what they've got. They're not interested in stealing other
They're
people's stuff, they
defensive.
just want to
No, they look
protect
very
their
offensive.
Yeah, that's
So
it.
while they're in
Big
that own
spears,
area
mate.
board,
Big
if you're an
spears.
Underworlds player, you'll be familiar with the sort of mechanic.
That's a big axe. The
They're
first one's
better,
got
so they're
there.
better at defending their own
So
objectives.
it's quite an interesting warband then, because they're quite a fast warband, and usually you expect that to be quite aggressive.
Yeah.
But your bonuses are for defensive play.
Yeah, so redeploying,
Mm,
fighting in different areas in
Yeah.
your own area, and just
I love these.
Interesting,
Interesting.
yeah.
We've seen Kanothi in Underworlds before, and this is a kind of expansion of that.
That's one of
But
the
I
ones
think
easy.
this is a
Right, so I like-
warband.
I looked into
I think they're pretty neat.
By the
The thing is, there's a lot of very good Warhammer Underworlds.
I dig it. I dig it. I'm here
Yes,
for
yeah.
glowing belly buttons.
Again, because there's a small number of models, they can actually make
awesome stuff.
them look
Also
good.
Magic belly
for
buttons.
Warhammer Underworlds.
noticed.
What an awesome set of releases for Warhammer Age of Sigmar.
And 10 years of Warhammer.
That's a
Sigmar
really
as
fair
well.
point. Yeah. 10 years ago this month, we saw the arrival of the Mortal Realms, the birth of Warhammer Age of Sigmar. And we're going to be
10 years ago.
showing over the coming year a whole
Before
bunch
the plague.
of things to do
Before
with,
the
Mortal
plague,
Realms.
yeah.
So if you enjoy Warhammer Age of Sigmar, you're in for a good time.
Yeah. It's taken the Hellsmiths a long time to get here, hasn't it?
Yeah, it
but
was
then they
worth the
are
wait.
only moving
So
forward.
it's a new Underworlds box.
Respectively reminded us
With
there was
Calthea
about
again.
5
How
more
many
things
times
to
have they
talk
released
about.
Calthea?
And we're already getting the move along sign.
It's probably
There
what they
are
have still in
4
stock.
more boxes coming for Warhammer Underworlds. Each box contains 4 warbands. Each box also synergizes with a particular faction. So this is the Order one, the Seekers in Shadow.
Okay,
It
so
contains 4 warbands from
You
the
get
Order.
Doom from the Spine Fin.
Grand Alliance, I should say.
You get Sons
This
of
is the
Velmorn.
Death
You
Velmorn.
get Skinnikin. Like,
These are the Reavers of Ruin.
They're
the
going
Chaos
very
warbands,
quickly.
And we've saved my
Yeah.
favourite.
Death box,
Allowed to.
fantastic for
The
Warcry
Gits of
because you get
Blast,
Velmorn, you get
Destruction
Skinnikin,
Warbands.
you get a bunch of
Anybody
good
who
stuff,
plays
and that
Warhammer
Chaos box, it
Underworlds,
looks
look,
like
you can
text
get-
more in it.
each
You can get
Warhammer
Throthgorn again
warband
now.
is lovely, right?
You can totally play Hrothgorn again, yeah. They are.
And the Gobblepalooza.
They are back.
And you get 4 in a box. It's delightful.
Seraphim have
To
been
play
out
with
slot
them,
there.
you would need to pick up this, which is
Hope they
a
release the
warband
cards for
despite
free.
with-
Oh, I'm sure they
depending
will.
on
I'm sure
the
we're going to
card
get
you want.
like
Whether you
a
fancy playing
an
Warhammer
online
Underworlds,
PDF update.
Well, yeah,
for
they said it'll be a PDF update when they become available for Age of Sigmar.
Yes.
There'll be a PDF for Warcry.
There's 16 opportunities.
I'm
in
excited.
Yeah,
I want to play Chaos
every one of
Lords.
those boxes is all
Let's go.
killer filler. There are some beautiful miniatures in there, including the crab, the Ideneth crab is back.
The crab, yes, Doing Claw is
I
back.
think we actually
But
are at the
for
end.
Warcry players,
We
it
are
looks
now at the end
like
of
the
the
Death
It would
one
be,
and the Chaos
it would
one
be a
seem
good
to be the
time
ones
to
you want
check
to
in
get.
on Question Corner and see if there are, in fact, any questions.
Yeah, there's loads. People are very, very excited to hear about the Hellsmiths joining Warcry. That'd be really cool.
Fantastic.
Of course they're excited.
To be able to play with them and enjoy them.
Yeah, and of course the range is
10 minutes ago, Warcry was a dead game.
So there's a bit of confusion about the Grand Alliance that they come from. So presumably they come from the Chaos Grand Alliance, and if so, how do they fit in with the rest?
Oh. God, every time, like. Come on.
Grand Alliance.
Right.
So despite what they themselves believe, they probably are corrupted by chaos at least a little bit.
You don't get to play with that much demon
You
power.
know,
and
I mean,
not
you have tusks growing out of your face and horns growing out, and
Aren't they
your
part of
face.
the Chaos
Yeah,
Grand
I mean,
Alliance?
something's
Yes.
got a
Yeah,
little bit
yeah,
demonic
yeah.
there. But they would consider.
Well, it's because they
themselves
described them as they are
the Chaos
order.
Alliance.
They've brought
They also
order
trade
to
with
chaos.
The various forces of chaos, so perhaps chaos.
Just like
will
Morathi brings
go to
order
them.
to
They
their
are
own plans.
evil.
Be served
But
with
yeah, they
the
are
they forge in
evil.
exchange for bounty that is collected across the realms. They also have a kind of symbiotic relationship with the Hobgrots and have traded with like the Cruel Boys and things like that. But they are Chaos Grand Alliance.
Nice. So how does Hashut fit in with the Chaos
No.
Pantheon? Does it want to become one?
really badly.
Yeah, it does not play well with others as a recurring theme.
Bishop
So
Yeah.
he is part of the pantheon of the Dwarven gods, right? But he feels ostracized. They understandably want to ostracize him. So the Hellsmiths kind of vilely resent the other Dwarven gods. It's a very fractious relationship, which is why there's such vitriol between them.
I thought most
Great
of the Dwarven
question.
gods were dead
Thank you very
in Age
much.
of Sigmar, right?
We
Like,
need
this
one
is
of
the
them got
new-
eaten,
the
one of them
new
exploded.
god.
Yeah.
which we will do by
Oh,
moving to
Heresy.
the top
Oh,
of the
Legions.
Horus
Oh,
Heresy.
finally, the
So,
Space Marine artillery
There
vehicles.
are a
Oh, yeah.
multitude of great
Frigging
releases coming.
finally.
To play. So if you're a
So many
treadhead,
tanks.
settle
So
in,
many tanks.
and we'll take you on a
I
tour.
mean, you can't say so many tanks.
Several
It's one
boxes of
tank
fantastic
with like two
plastic
turrets.
kits,
Yeah, but you get 8 of them in a box, is the
Yeah,
thing,
yeah,
which is
yeah.
what you need.
On screen now you can see the Whirlwind Scorpius.
Shows you
set.
all my
So this means-
resident Heresy
It's
Legion
of those
Imperialis
four
expert.
bits.
So
It's good.
And
Force
so if you wanted
Brew,
to rain death on the enemy,
Whirlwind and
blow them out of
Scorpius.
their
So
cover.
yeah, so
This really is a
well, we already have
way
the
to do it.
Scorpius on
Built
the
that famous
Scimitar.
Rhino chassis,
Oh,
as is
and
the
Vindicators.
Siege Tank
Okay, this is
Squadron.
good. This is like
Essentially,
Space Marines
what's
have
the
been
biggest
missing some of their
damage?
like
Rhino,
supporting
it appears
tank
to be done
units.
with a brief
Well,
And
they're
finally,
all
we now-
right?
Even
Like,
bigger
they're
than
all
Oh yeah, yeah.
like-
Well, no, the Whirlwinds weren't there. These weren't
Well, I've got
there.
some very
So yeah,
good
none of
that's
these
it,
are
that's
in the
exactly
book at the
it.
moment, so we'll be getting a new book.
On the
Ah,
way.
Typhon Siege tanks.
It's even bigger.
We
and
knew
more
we'd be getting
dangerous
this
than
because
the
we already have
Vindicator.
the Spartan.
And
It's the same
yeah,
chassis.
they've done the chassis.
just
so.
warming things up
Yeah.
and making sure that everything goes.
Is
according
he
to plan.
contributing? Like,
And all this will be
he's
out.
shot by that
I like
siege gun.
to
How much
imagine
of a
before
fan
Christmas,
is
I
I
he?
imagine he's just like.
Yeah,
baking
yeah.
off
There'll be
flags,
a
probably
new
like,
book.
drive-through and everything. You're getting some,
Probably
you're
something
getting
around then.
some.
Yeah.
So,
And the
if you want to
Cerberus,
blow things
again,
up from
same
further
chassis,
away,
different gun.
Maybe there's Titan squadron that
Chassis,
sends
different
you,
day.
The thing, Marines have been missing some of these bigger tanks.
Yeah.
And
these are firing
the support
turbo
tanks,
lasers.
basically.
That guy's offering you a fist bump. It is a wonderful time to be driving tanks over the enemy.
Yeah, some debate in the office as to whether
Because basically, if you were doing tanks, you basically were just doing like solar auxiliary tanks.
Exactly.
Now you can actually do like a proper marine armored.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
heavy tank for destroying or a tank for destroying heavy things. Answers
Possibly
in the chat.
both.
Oh, and the
The
Mastodon.
heaviest of all
Oh,
of the
this is
tanks.
fantastic.
It's so heavy, it's super heavy.
This was
It's
the one that came out
Mastodon
in
assault
40k, and
transport.
it's literally like
What if
2
you
foot
wanted to
long.
pack Space Marines
Remember,
into a
yeah,
tank,
yeah.
drive it across the battlefield, open your gates, and
That's
charge into an
super
enemy
fun.
stronghold, having
Massive,
leveled the
super
walls
heavy
with a melter
tank.
Array, then this is the way.
This
to
one's got like a whole
also,
bunch of Marines in it,
even
right?
though
Like
it's own
that's what it
Oh
is.
yeah, it's just a
transport
mass.
on
It's
top,
basically a
and
Thunderhawk on
the pilot
wheels.
of that is offering you
Sure.
a fist bump as
What it
well.
basically
It's
is.
not great with the other guy.
Sort of a 30,000
But it gives you like
equivalent
a
of
super
siege
heavy
I love it.
transport
The
tank.
design
Yeah.
on this, we've seen this at like standard Warhammer 40,000 scale.
But
It's
yeah,
beautiful.
that's
It's still
awesome.
beautiful at small scale.
And get 2 in a box from the look of it, so that's one whole sprue per tank.
So those kits,
Libra
like
Stratega.
loads and loads of tanks that Treadheads rejoice. All of the rules for those, in fact, all of the rules for all of the units in Legions Imperialis can be found in Liber
Okay, so this is a
So releasing a
this is
mega
a
book.
compendium, yeah. Because that's the problem. You need like 3 different books at the moment if you want to have all of the rules.
Swiftly becoming like old Horus Heresy.
But
But
this could mean that that's like
Warhammer community,
it.
and we'll talk more about it closer to the launch.
Oh, and it comes
What
with
if you
some
really like
tokens
the
and
letters A
objectives.
through F, and you want
love
to
them.
mark objectives and
Are these
or token
plastic,
effects,
I'm assuming?
we're releasing a really just useful set of token markers for you
Plastic
to use in
or-
games.
Yeah, they'd be
I
plastic,
find this
right?
very
Sure.
useful for
Metal.
Oh, and we're now getting the data sheets for. They're re-releasing the data sheet cards.
Imperialis games. The team.
I guess it was a case of. Do you remember like Aeronautica where they would release the cards on
Yeah,
really
exactly.
short
They-
print supply, then they're gone.
It's really
Yes, that's been a big problem.
Kind of compiled a lot of stuff together into
Yeah,
a much more
absolutely.
convenient.
No one can get
way.
anything.
I've got a good friend who's super
Yeah,
into it.
and this is the okay. We're now going to do a big
Asking me
old
about, like,
everything
you know,
release.
how
Yeah,
we get
sure.
some of
I
these
mean,
rules
I'm still looking for those
quiet
stupid
and
tower
well.
Aeronautica cards.
Wouldn't that be great?
I got the Necron. Oh no, I didn't get the Necrons because they never released
There's
them.
more stuff
because they were
set
in the
within
book.
Yeah.
the Age of Darkness.
Yeah.
We teased these
more?
in the Saturnine preview.
So
but
this
we
is
have
actual
the
Heresy,
Mark II
Heresy.
Assault
Mark
Squad.
II
I think we
Assault
had
Squad.
one before,
We
didn't
did,
we?
Yeah,
I
we have
remember
seen
it.
these. Like
So
I said,
this is
they were in.
new
They were in the
Mark II
Saturnine
Assault
preview.
Mark II is kind of one of the more brutal.
They're only still in the box of 5, Charles, so how much do you think these things
these guys
can
have
be?
ramped that up even further.
Well,
You've got,
well, they might be
some
in a box
options
of 10,
in this kit
but-
for a
Yeah,
variety of
maybe.
different weapon options.
I
They
never
usually
liked
come
Mark
in.
The coolest of them is
A lot
Yeah.
of people
chain
have
axe.
Some
real
people love
hard
it
on
because of
Mark
just
II,
the
but-
free
the
upgrade
brutalist
to
aspect
the
of it.
chainsword that comes
'Cause it is just-
normally with your
It's like the
Marines.
it's the first
So
real
the kit's loaded with
version of
pieces,
power
it even has
armor.
heavy chain axes
Yeah.
for extra
It's
clout.
like the Mark One isn't really even
Oh,
power
yeah.
armor.
But
That's
they
like
have,
under
sorry,
armor.
more dangerous- sorry, chainswords, but they have a
This was
more
like the
dangerous
first
artillery.
actual like
Um,
powered
There are points
armor.
for alternative. So
My Mark
it
V
can,
is always my favourite,
If you buy these,
which is
it's just,
what the
straight
new
points, no
armors.
points involved.
It's the Heresy armor, isn't
If
it?
you're
Yeah,
dying to
Heresy
have
armor.
that
Yeah, it was
classic
the most
loadout,
the
here's some
last
good news.
set
You
of
can
power
swap
armor
the
developed
with
during the
ones
Horus
from Mark
Heresy. It was
VI
the most
assault marines,
advanced.
or you can just
Coolest looking.
get them from the upgrade kit. But I think
It's a
compliance has
slab.
never looked better than it does
Yeah,
with a.
but-
Okay,
There's
they
some
come with
great
like
different
shield
in there as well.
options
You've got a
and.
couple of heavy chain
Well,
axes,
hopefully
which
these
is
options
another
are actually
upgrade you
available
can
to
put
the
onto
units,
models.
seeing as a whole bunch of
Besides, you've got
units
the options
lost
for some
options.
pistols and
Yeah, and
stuff.
hopefully they all
As
come
you
in
can
the
see with
box.
Salamander on
because-
the
Yeah,
side,
they
you can also
should.
put them in
You
combat.
can't- you don't just
So
get like
loads of different,
bodies and things. They make you buy an
which
entire
I would
separate.
imagine we're also going to see some of these
weapon
converted
kit,
with
yeah.
all the different Space Marine kits. One of the lovely things about the Horus Heresy is
The whole thing is
that
why
so
people
many
like
of
this,
kits are
especially
really
the jump packs, is
interchangeable
it's so
with each other, so you can take
brutalistically
bits and heads and armor
unaerodynamic
weapons and
that
stuff
it only
and
flies
create
through
I really
sheer
love the
spite.
breastplate on these, that high budget,
You put a big enough engine on a brick, and even that
And it will fly, yeah.
There's more coming as well. We previewed
Fortress of Saturn.
The Journal Tactical, which is available to order right now. In fact, all of Saturnine is available
This
to
is
order right now.
okay. So this is
There's a new Journal Tactical on the
Into
horizon.
this.
It's called the Forges of Saturn.
Is this all the new
And
Saturnine
is
stuff?
really
It
all
has to
about,
be, right?
well, no,
So
it,
the,
that
Drift
Saturnite
through
stuff's
his
in the
brothers
rulebook.
through the
Is in the
Saturnine
rule.
project. And so
I think this is
very
like
heavily
like their
on
mission book and
suits
like
of
their
armour,
like story
that
book.
you'll see
Right.
in the Saturnine box.
Yeah, there's loads of great new options in this book. particularly allowing you to do more
No,
stuff
okay,
with
and
your
it does
Saturnine
have
miniatures.
more options.
So
Yeah, it's just all the weapon
there
options
are
or the
different,
Terminators and stuff.
basically, things that you can do to your Saturnine miniatures using other kits, mixing kits together to create new units. So this is a really great example. This is a Saturnine command squad, and what you've got here is a unit that's taken bits from the command squad sprues and also some spare bits from someone who's built a Saturnine Praetor with his axe. You get the
What
hammer
else?
spare.
Are they
you
telling
can now
me
give
to
it
convert and
characters,
kit bash my stuff?
in your
They
Saturnine
are
command squad
telling you
and
to
make it
convert and
into
kit
a
bash.
champion.
How dare
the
they?
other option
That's not what
The
Games
fact
Workshop
is,
does.
is to make,
To
one
make
of your
that,
Saturnine
you
Terminators
need
into
two
a
other people's
Saturnine
stuff
Centurion.
or another box
That's
of
the
yourself.
Thousand Suns guy on the far left there.
Oh, okay,
Saturnine
so it's
Centurion
basically
means that you
giving
now have like
the
two-tiered
guns
Saturnine
to
commander
the
you
leader
have in your
model
army,
instead of
and
having the
effectively
combat weapon.
unlocks the ability to have an entire Saturnine
Right, no, it's
styled army
ridiculously
if you
big.
wanted to.
Come
Yeah, one of the
Yeah,
topics
it is.
that's,
It's
handled
so
inside this
ridiculous.
Journal Tactica is.
I do like how his
the
guns look
embrace
like basically just
Saturnine
giant
armor.
speakers.
Obviously, to use it at all requires you to be at least to some extent psychically sensitive. That
They
really
do. They
kinda
look like a
like
pair
the,
of
um,
speakers.
Thousand Suns
What
like
is
that,
it?
but
There's an
But
AdMech
there's all sorts of things
walker
about
for Horus
Thousand
Heresy
Suns
with
that,
like the big old
sort
super
of
mortar
get
on
the
his
rub
shoulder.
in
That's
this
kind of what it looks
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
and there'll be lots to
Well,
enjoy.
it's the
We'll tell you
same
more
kind of
about
thing.
it
The plasma
as we
weapon.
get
It's
closer.
Yeah,
those are
there's really
plasma
interesting stuff
bombards
about
and the
how
ones
the
that
different
Helix
regions have sort
plasma
of embraced
mortar.
it. So the Thousand Suns have sort of used it as intended to some extent and kind of put all of their psychic pilots inside them.
The word
The
bearers.
word bearers immediately crammed it full of demons just to see what would happen. But all of the legions, to some extent, have recognised the lethality of Saturnine technology and find a place for it in their legions.
Perfect. Right.
So you can run an
We're
entire
still
Saturnine
not
army if
quite
you want.
done in this sort of area
Buy
of
our
the
starter box
timeline.
20 times.
I am super
Well, yeah.
excited to be able to announce today on behalf of the Black Library that there is a new mega series on the This is
Mega-
the
this is
Scouring-
all the books,
this is
Charles.
book one called
So is
Ashes
this
of
the
Imperium, and this
aftermath
kicks off
of
a
the Heresy?
multi-book, multi-author mega series set in the
Yes,
ashes
yeah.
of the Imperium. It's a first.
Oh, this is just
perfect
book
title.
one.
The Horus.
Yes,
Heresy
yeah, this
ended,
is book one of the
Emperor
new
is,
Horus
mortally
Heresy
wounded,
series,
enshrined upon the
basically.
Golden Throne. The
Sure,
War Master is dead.
okay.
The forces
Okay.
are still.
Yeah.
The traitor legions
This
are in
is
full retreat.
what happens after
What happens next?
the
So
Heresy.
this series begins.
Gellerman going,
essentially
you're
at
not allowed to
that
have
premise.
1,000 guys
And here
anymore.
we have,
You're allowed 100.
a
It's
very
like, the
unfortunate
fuck?
confrontation
100?
between a battered and damaged Rogel Dawn and
I'm going to punch you in your
Gilliman,
perfect
who has
face,
arrived
Gilliman.
pristine with reinforcements, and as you can see, they're at loggerheads already.
Oh.
Black Library
Rogel Dawn
are
is not happy
super
with
excited,
Gilliman,
for us to be
as
announcing this
normal.
today
I mean-
because this is the
I mean,
culmination of
Gilliman's in
lot
a
of work
fighting
and
pose there.
effort
He's
and
got his
really,
hand
sort of,
on his sword.
carefully assembled
With his power fist.
pile of writers and
Yeah, with his power
creatives
fist. 'Cause,
that
you
have been
know,
plotting out
using a power fist in a
multi-book
power sword and a
series
power
which we're
fist
gonna
makes it
see
twice
out
as powerful.
over several years. I'm really, really excited by this.
I think you were saying to me earlier on that there's kind of like three core themes.
But this is going to be kind of
Yeah,
interesting because it's
absolutely.
going to explore
So in a nutshell, and without spoiling
the
anything
aftermath.
for those of you
Yeah.
who want
Which
to
is
know,
something they
haven't
promise
really
spoiler
done.
free.
Yeah.
There
Alex
are
says,
three
man, I hope we get those
principal things.
Underworlds
Thing
from
number one
Emberguard
is what
as
happens with the
profiles.
legions
You
start
know, I
off
think
they,
if we're getting I
essentially
want to say
caused
Horns
all
of
of this,
Hashut,
or
but
their
that's not what
brothers
they
have.
are. If we're
They've
getting the
ruined
Chaos
work of the Great
Dwarves,
Crusade, the Imperium is
it's
in
likely
tatters.
that
What is the place for the
we'll
Space
get like
Marines
another
in the wake
FAQ
of this
update, something
attack?
at some point.
For the traitor legions, the second
Yeah,
Uh,
things like those underworld models will
the War
eventually
Master is
make
dead.
their
The
way
whole
in.
purpose for doing this has now
Yeah.
failed.
So,
The Chaos Gods
like, that's
withdraw
probably the
some of
biggest
their
news that
power.
Warcry could actually
So
get. Is
suddenly
like, oh, you want to use
they
these
thought they were
models?
onto a good
But
thing.
bam,
Oh, yeah.
here.
Now
The
they're
fact that they
relatively alone
outright
and
stated
see
that there will be
how do they
rules.
survive
So.
as they
Exactly.
regroup. The third group is, in my opinion, maybe the most compelling, which is what of humanity, right? They've just watched these demigods wage war across the Imperium.
We're going to get a
ruin
load of
everything,
things from the
destroy
perspective
Emperor's
of the
great works,
regular
Emperor's
Joes going,
mortally
what the
wounded.
hell happened?
How do they respond? How does humanity
I feel like my wallet is crying
rally,
tears
and
of
how does
sadness
it
as I
perceive
cry
the
tears of
place
joy.
the Space Marines get behind?
You and me
Absolutely.
both.
And I think,
Maybe.
worth
You
saying
know
as well,
what?
this is,
I've been writing to Games
absolutely
Workshop for
treat this as a
years to
self-contained
get me
series.
onto the
If
pre-release
you
program.
have read
Like,
all of the Horus Heresy from Horus
maybe this is
Rising
it,
all the
Games
way through
Workshop.
the
If
full
you're
novels
watching
series,
this,
and then gone through the Siege of Terror,
send
first
me
of
the
all,
stuff.
Very well done.
I want to play with it. I'll
There's a lot
build
of
it.
books to
I will
read,
say
some
you're the best
great
company in the
stories
world.
But if you
Just
are
send me
new
the stuff.
to the Horus Heresy and kind of
I will
researching
lie
the
through
era,
my
you
teeth.
can
I'll
absolutely just
lie
jump in
through
with
my
Age of the
teeth
Imperium
for you.
and treat the Scouring as a series in its own right.
Yeah, I have to give a little bit of a shout out to Chris Wright as well, who is the author chosen for this first book. He is a true gangster of words. He's written some of the really
gangster of
fantastic Black
words.
Library novels. If you've never read a Chris Wright book, book and you just want to dip your toes in ahead of trying this, I could not recommend enough Valdor Birth of the Imperium. It sort of sits outside the rest of the sort of Horus Heresy experience a little
Chronology,
bit.
yeah.
Oh, wow. They put it in
it's
the
like top tier Black Library fiction. It might be a fun
the
way
Warhammer
to
community
sort of
post as
whet
well.
your appetite for more.
Oh,
bespoke,
excellent.
And that's not
so as
all the
we
news. Stay
approach
tuned
the
to Warhammer
release of this,
Community
we're gonna have
after
a
the army
full-length
launches, as we'll be
version of Chris
updating,
talking
uploading
about
free
Hashut the
rules to
Imperium
use the Hellsmiths of
and,
Hashut in your games
all
of
of the
Warcraft. We're
care
doing
and
it.
consideration that's gone
We
into
are
it and
doing
the
it.
narrative that unfolds. More on that on Warhammer Community as we have
Yeah,
it.
it's very exciting. I think
That was awesome. I really am super excited for it.
Wonderful. How long has this been going for?
We're not done yet.
we're not
We
even,
not
we're not
done.
even close.
We
We're not even
promised
close.
that we would return.
It's been an
to
hour
the
20
grim darkness
no,
of
it's
the
been like
They're gonna-
an hour.
Hour and
Millennium.
10, yeah.
And we
Hour
do
to hour and
now
10.
with 5 new Space Marine heroes. For,
5 Space Marine heroes.
Right, this is Vulcan Heston.
It's
So
a
this is
meme at
a
this
model
point that we need
returning
more
that's
Space
Marine
previously
captains.
been in metal,
Vulcan
and
Heston
this is
back.
now in
Well, this
plastic.
is- yeah, this is
Heston
Vulcan.
is a famed
Yeah.
hero of the Salamanders.
The chapter master.
His
Making
particular
him
mission is to
Primarist.
scour the galaxy,
Yep.
looking for the relics left by his Primarch, the namesake.
He's got the spear,
Vulcan.
he's
he
got the
wears some of those
cape.
relics himself.
Has he got?
So he's
Yeah,
equipped with
he's
an
got the mantle,
artificial
the
suit of
spear,
armor,
the
and he's
flamer.
carrying a handheld heavy
Yep.
flamer and a blade of Vulcan that crackles with magma fire and is able to slice through enemy
Magma
warriors.
fire.
He's also walking through flames, just in case you weren't sure he was
walking-
he was
literally
as cool as
walking
he
through
can be.
fire.
He's just walking through the fire there as well.
This model is on fire.
He is probably the most iconic Salamanders character that exists. in
Okay, well,
the
there are
Warhammer
5,
world,
right? This is
and it's
one
great
of
to see
them.
in plastic.
It's going to be probably
a couple of
Predo
Lysander.
Cantor,
helmeted.
Lysander,
helmeted.
yeah.
Safety first.
Both of them look
Corvus,
Corvus-
well, no, Corax got
He's
did.
only one
Corvax.
of the 5.
Corvax.
There we go, Lysander.
Yeah, Darth Lysander.
On
He's
his
back.
tactical rock.
He looks exactly the same as the old Lysander model.
Yeah, he's just been scaled up.
It's the same. It's the same model they're reproducing for
remade
us.
in the sort of new Terminator armor
Yeah,
style that we saw. for
it's
the
the
first
new-
time.
the new armor
as
scale.
the ones
Yeah,
that are
absolutely.
in the
Just
recent
the
games.
same
He
old.
is
Yeah.
a substantial man in that armor. He has an enormous.
Oh,
Okay, he's got a helmeted head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that.
Incredible looking.
That might be the best storm shield in Warhammer.
Uh,
It's up there,
it's,
isn't
it's
it?
right up
It's up
there,
there.
yeah. I think the Lion might argue with you, but we're talking top 3, right? And
But he's on a
everything
tactical
you
rock
expect
that he
from
doesn't
this
need to be
iconic
on.
hero of
He
the
is.
Imperial Fists chapter.
Nice to see a helmeted option in there.
Yeah,
I like him
absolutely.
better
they're
without the
taking
head.
You don't want to
I
paint
think,
a face,
with
and
the
sometimes
helmet.
you just want to get him on the
He
battlefield.
just
nice
looks
and
like a
fast.
Terminator.
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't.
Well,
there, I
yeah,
don't
that's
know,
kind of the
I find
point.
it easy to
He
paint the
is
hood.
a Terminator.
Um,
But yeah, he's not actually
He is
hugely
not.
detailed.
Only there are 5 of them
Yeah,
put together.
yeah,
Next
he's
up, we
just
have
turning
Panama,
Oh,
a
Iron
new
Hands,
chapter
the Iron
for
Hand
the
one.
Iron Hands.
He's got a big old
This is,
bonking
the-
stick.
He does have a
literally
bonk.
has a
Is it
bonk
Is it a Tetsubo? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it is.
equivalent
He's got a
to the
goddamn
captain of the
Tetsubo.
first company.
Power
Again, a
Tetsubo.
Terminator in the same scale as the recent.
But yeah, he's also a
new
Terminator.
kit.
The chat is saying
Some
he's got a
really
sword made of
lovely
Lego.
pictures on here, really moving.
Yeah,
His
yeah,
lore,
Lego sword.
Lots of nods towards his.
But he's kind of cool.
technological know-how
Like
and
again,
that
he's
other
kind of got like that
reason,
Votann character where he's like
yeah,
90%
sort of servo skull,
robotic
90%
head.
metal.
Sort of
Yeah.
animation. Look at the one on the bottom right hand corner. He looks like
He's got a robot
projecting
arm.
A fortress of redemption.
Yeah, he's got like a little holograph
Yeah.
of perhaps a building that they're planning to besiege.
And
Or
I
something.
think my favourite thing on this model is actually the power maul, which is shaped after a
Yep,
Tetsubo.
there you go.
a weapon
They
that
mentioned
I've
it,
used to
Tetsubo.
and It just really works on
Power
sort of
maul.
straightforward, practical, extremely brutal. Next up, and I think for many
Next.
people this will be the sort of
Kasoro
This
Khan.
one's cool, guys.
the model
I don't
that your imagination.
No,
Catherine Guy.
this guy.
I
Look at this dude.
Absolutely love this guy. So the new chapter master of the Raven.
I was gonna
Guard,
say,
you might
'cause
be saying,
isn't this basically
"Actually,
the
they
same,
already
like-
have a chapter master.
Yeah.
What happened to
What happened to
Shrike?
Shrike?
Shrike has led the Raven Guard for some years, but has decided that actually his place is better in the shadows as the captain of stealth assault. And
So
he's
Shrike has become the
Leon
stealth
Shan
chapter
to
master.
lead
This
the
guy
Raven
is now
Guard
the new
as
You know what?
chapter
I don't
master.
need
a
it.
figurehead of
It
their
comes with
commander.
3
The
heads.
miniature is absolutely
Yeah,
phenomenal.
interesting.
Very
I
good.
like-
Had Logan
I think I
Grimlock
like the
released,
helmet
I
head.
think only
I
this
like
the
the
best.
helmet head. Yeah,
This
it's kind of like
continues,
they've
keep
built
having
the bird
just
iconography into
absolutely
that.
phenomenal
Like a lot.
Yeah, he's got a very weird
He's
new
redolent
jump pack.
in sort of the imagery of the Raven
And the
Guard,
feathers would just get sucked
captains,
straight into it.
Yeah.
there's,
That's
sort of
true.
tassels
The
And he's
lightning
got
claws
the
are...
fucking the tassels.
of
The
deliverance. He's got
Yes, yeah,
feathers
they'll
and
just go
tassels
straight
and
into the
He's
exhaust.
got 3 head options.
I do like his lightning claws.
Really
They're pretty
just
cool.
Yeah, well, because they're actually,
tremendous
as you can
model
see, they
of
actually
the
kind of
Raven
go
Guard.
over
Fans out
his
there are
normal
gonna be
gauntlets, and he holds onto
delighted
them.
by,
Like,
Yeah,
they're not
yeah.
like...
and there's one more.
Oh, and one last one. And there we go. Oh, Saturnine Khan.
He is the first captain of
I was the
the
first
White
captain,
Star
come on.
Cyrus' buddy.
He leads its
But
first
he's got a brand new
campaign,
jet
on
bike.
this
Or
just
hover bike.
mighty-looking grav bike.
Sorry, grav bike.
It's got a
With a
Gatling
minigun
cannon
in it.
mounted into the front. He's just the
It's very
perfect embodiment of that
brutalistic
White
with the
Scars
shape of it.
hero.
I like it. I like this a lot.
Yeah, it's
actually.
very, very
I didn't
gorgeous.
think I
All
would
sorts
like
of
these as
beautiful,
much as I do.
Chigorian details on in there. You can see the kind of pattern on the front.
I
top
think
of the jet bike is
Lysander
very,
and the
reminiscent
Iron
of
Hands
some of
guy.
their Heresy
Iron Hands?
era designs on their dreadnoughts and
That's
things
it?
like that.
No,
Yeah,
the other one.
yeah.
We've
Yeah,
got the
they
model
are
with us.
kind
in
of the
a
most
second. We'll
boring,
have
but
a
these
look at it,
ones,
but,
these ones are real good.
There's some beautiful detail on the back. He's got kind of Chigorian shields and sheaths and decapitated enemy heads and stuff like that. It's just the most White Scars
They're
looking
not
thing
a Mongol.
you've ever seen.
Totally not a Mongol, yeah.
Beautifully in an army if you've got lots of
The most
outriders
White
and-
Scar you've ever seen.
It's been quite a long wait for the White Scars
Yeah,
to have
absolutely.
a character on a bike,
the
and
characters
it's
have
well worth
traditionally
it.
had to walk, haven't they? So not anymore. Really beautiful. How do I get my hands on these? You say there's some questions to
It's
answer
neat.
there.
You
There's
don't.
a series of combat patrols coming
Oh
out.
god, are they going to
Explain
each be in a
them. One
combat
piece of
patrol
news,
box?
Yeah, well, he
Votann
is.
in
Oh.
the White Scars combat patrol. You see it here. It's 3 Outrider bikes.
Don't tell me they're all going to be in a combat. Games, don't.
I have a
Transformers,
feeling there's going to be 5 new
He will
combat
be available
patrols.
separately,
Please don't do
not that
this.
long after the release of this combat patrol. He's the only one of these new heroes that comes in.
Oh, okay, he's the only
one.
one.
Others,
Okay. God.
Well, because he's
are,
only like a captain and not a
available
chapter
separately,
master.
but any of the
Yeah,
combat
like the
patrols
other
that come out
chapter
with
master will be like a £35
So, you have
box
an
set.
Imperial Fist combat patrol.
Okay,
just
Imperial
full
Fists.
of
Okay, so it's
heavy
Veterans,
armoured,
Terminators, and the
Imperial
squad.
troops.
That's
You've got,
just
It's just
that's stuff that you can already
Terminators.
buy.
Group,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just looks wonderful. Next up, Iron Hands.
Oh, look, the
heavy
turret,
intercessors,
the turrets that nobody
heavy
wants.
weapons.
Well, that's why they're in the
Everything
combat
you
patrol
expect from
chest.
these
Obviously.
Yeah.
durable warriors.
Are all these
of
just like a
the
unit of
Iron,
Marines and then like a
chapter.
box?
The
Basically,
Raven Guard,
yeah. Well, it's like
bit
2
more
units of
Fast and
Marines.
Phobos.
Yeah, fast.
Raven Guard
Good,
get
I like that. That
scouts.
was strong.
And
yeah,
the
they
big-
can we're gonna get in them
They're not
much
scouts, they're
faster.
the,
Imagination
infiltrators.
can be
The new,
tremendous.
they're
But
new
what if you just want
scouts.
to carry all the flames all the time?
Well, no, scouts
Every
exist as
model
well.
In this entire
That
combat
is
patrol has
also true.
something that makes you hotter.
Salamanders
Either
get
a
the
meltdown
car.
or a flamethrower.
Salamanders get the
I
pyre blasters,
think
which
there's
nobody
some
uses.
assault intercessors
The panic was
in
real.
the
So all of these you would have to buy the combat patrol
But you know
for.
what? That is a lot
Yeah,
of
yeah.
flamer and or melter, and I think you can excuse us. for being
Some new
like that.
transfers in those kits as well. Adam, I know
Yeah,
you were a very
no,
big
you
fan of
just-
that when we were
Okay,
looking
new
at
transfer
hit
sheets, that's
on
quite
my,
interesting.
secret nerd
Hopefully they
part
would make
of
those
the war. I get
available
really excited by transfer
separately.
sheets.
Yeah, I
can't do
know. They
pre-handed,
used to be
but
able to
they
buy all
might
this stuff
actually
separately.
Yeah,
become
it was all done through the website.
each
You'd
of
be like,
these,
oh, I want the
come with
Ultramarine
different,
sheet. And it'd be like
transfer
1,000
sheets,
decals.
which
Yeah,
means
exactly.
that you can apply all the details of the heraldry and everything. And there's loads of cool extras on those. Case in point,
Loads
the
of
Imperial
cool
Fist one
stuff.
has some
Show me the
decals that
models.
do
Wow, I
Crimson
mean,
Fists.
Oh, they're right there.
So
As
if
well
you
as
were,
720p
a
can
fan
get
of the
me.
Crimson Fist's successors, then you can fill your boots. We'll show you those.
Yeah,
ahead
that's
of
asking
time,
for
so you can
Drago.
sort of plan
Drago's
your
just
purchases
somewhere in
and
the
your
warp.
picnic experiences
Yeah.
as we get closer to these.
Well, we know
Have a look at the
we've
models.
seen
I've got
like
some
the
of
stuff they're
the
getting for.
miniatures right
Yeah,
here.
Great
We've
Night.
got some kind of classic stuff, so you can see the scale.
Yeah, I like
We've
the
also
new,
got
not
some of the
trike
new
models.
miniatures.
I
So if we
think
start
it's
off over here with
Yeah.
the Raven Guard side, I brought along a
Regular.
assault intercessor side.
He's
It's not
actually
a small
he's
model
actually
by
like
any
roughly the
stretch
same
of
size. He's just
you
standing on
get
a
sense of
bigger
how
piece of
big
terrain.
The new
Yeah.
chapter master of the Raven Guard
And
is
he's
there.
got
He's
flappy
on
bits.
a big base.
Yeah,
It's
but I
quite
think
an
he's not actually
intimidating,
that much larger.
character.
He
Certainly
is
gonna
like
be
the same
largest of the
scale.
infantry models.
Yes.
Probably standing.
I mean, he
not
actually
far off
makes
the height of
Lysander look
Redemptor
small.
Dreadnought at the top of his base.
Because
Lysander's just a
yeah.
Terminator.
You may have a
Yeah,
tactical
he's
right
just a
to
dude.
sort of raise him up a little.
Even
But
on his
because
rock,
Lysander
it
is
kind of
such
looks
a
small.
brute
Because Raven
that,
Dude, like, he's got
he's
his
not
arms
that
stretched
much
out, and they're like
shorter
wide
Yeah.
other things,
the
claws, and
team
he's
models
got
we
the
just
big old
mentioned. He
blooming
really is very
bird cape.
dominating. And then Sabodin Khan next to an Outrider. First of all, check out
He's
the
literally
sort
got a
of
tiny
similarities
little
between
bit
the
of
stylings, the
like
sort of,
rock attached to his
Oh,
base, like
God.
holding him up.
They
very
did it
reminiscent
again.
of Things that you see on the Outrider.
I don't know why they didn't just put him on
Is it?
just a little
There are
like stand.
Show
many
me. Move your finger.
lovely details on this. I
Yeah, it's
really
right at the back
like
there. It's like a little bit
Okay,
of.
There's
yeah.
some sheaths and some
Like a
extra
bit of
weapons.
tree or
There's,
something that
like,
seems to be attached
They
to
could
it.
have
having
just put
loads of
a
lovely
short
details,
flight
also
stand.
loads of space if
Yeah.
you want to do
Yeah.
some like Chigorian freehand or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
I
absolutely.
think that's
Chigorian.
going to be.
Is that where they're from?
Yes.
There with the gold
Yes.
beams and
Yeah.
things, so that
Well,
people
that's the
choose
It's
theme of
the-
the
yeah,
planet.
it's exciting to see what people
really
do
nice.
with it. There
And
we are.
Lysander is just a
Space Marine,
Terminator.
Surely that's all the Space Marine we have time for.
So you say that, but there is a little bit more
You
space.
say
Marine
that,
on
there
the
is
way.
more.
More
This one's really
captains.
exciting for me.
Well, it'll be the most likely Death Watch watch in the
I
kill
got
team
to help
box.
a little bit on the team
Oh.
that have brought this to life. I am over the moon to present the first ever officially licensed wearable Space
Yeah.
Marine helmet.
You can buy your
This
Space
is
Marine
the,
helmet now that you
Lieutenant
always
Titus
wanted.
Mark 10 helmet made by Joy Toy.
Titus
If you've
Mark
not heard of
10.
Joy Toy, where have you been
Yeah.
hiding?
See, the more sensible thing that they should have done is partnered with like a motorcycle helmet company and actually made it as a motorcycle helmet.
Incredible helmet.
Because you could have made it like that whole front visor section could have been removable.
Inside, it's got an adjustable.
It probably is removable.
Rated as a hard hat, so you can use it while you're at the site.
Like a small child or a grot.
But like if they'd partnered with like a motorcycle manufacturer, like helmet,
It would be like 10 times more expensive.
I'm going to say what everyone is thinking. Which is
yes, but people would still buy it.
But before I do, so this is the prototype that we've been
prototype,
working with them on. And before I do, I'm going to flip a switch.
Oh, it's got lights in it.
We're under very bright studio lights, but inside, can you
got a
see
voice
the
changer.
illuminated
Nope.
A
Nope.
little bit. There's some really great pictures.
Can't
that
see
you'll
the
be able to
illuminated
see
lights.
later.
The
But
studio lights too bright.
I feel like a space marine already. This is
I
just
feel like I'm
the
standing
best.
next to a space marine. It's incredible.
I mean, it's never felt so good to feel like Lieutenant Titus. So the lenses inside.
Yeah, it's got a little stand for it to go on.
can-
Oh, you can, the
This
stand is
lovely display
separate.
Stand as well. This is the Mark II helmet stand.
Stand
It looks like
is
something
separate.
straight out of
Oh,
a
God.
battle barge or a Fortress
It's
Monastery
totally a
stand
thing.
where
You
it's
can
supposed to be
buy a
Mark
Space
II
Marine helmet
here,
now.
when he's finished
Yep.
on
Yeah.
campaign.
Well, we'll be able
It's your
to.
choice whether
Yeah,
you want
sure.
to get the helmet separately or
But
with that.
Titus
But
Mark X.
I've had this.
Once they've done
for
one
quite a
Space
while.
Marine helmet,
Really
they can
cool.
do hundreds of other
Yeah,
variants.
because they're just the
Very
same
awesome.
thing,
Get
but
your hands on
recolored.
it, I guess is the
Right, like
question.
Titus's
When can I
Mark
get my
10
hands
is
on it?
I'm glad you
basically
asked.
a helmet
The
with
answer
a
is, when
skeleton
this
on his
preview show is
head.
done, the pre-orders begin.
Now,
So
pre-
you'll be
pre-orders
able to
start
go
as soon as this is
Warhammer
over, so
Underworlds,
get your Space Marine helmet for like
We are
£1,000.
doing it.
So
We are doing it.
yeah, I'm just over the moon to see this in the flesh, in real world. Very,
Sure.
very exciting. We're still not done with Warhammer 40,000.
Still not
We
done.
need to go to Kill Team.
Kill Team. Here we go.
Oh, here we go. Finally. Are they going to show the new starter set, Charles? Like the half-size
Yep.
starter set?
Oh no, this is the actual
What,
next.
Necrons? Necrons?
Oh, that's kind of
They
cool.
look good. This is
geo
what I
monster.
said. Jesus.
Guess what?
Okay.
Guess what's
like,
just a Necron?
I designed a Necron kill team ages ago, which was a Canoptech
Yeah.
kill team.
Oh, this is the hilarious thing. It's the same indoor terrain they've done,
So,
but it's now just Necron
very
themed.
cool.
An amazing new box for Kill Team, a new expansion,
Let's see.
2
Show me the
brand new
box.
kill teams, a new kill zone, some
Which
incredible
is the
miniatures.
Space Marine breakfast
Let's
series.
Oh,
It's
that-
just from the
look,
tactical
this
rocks.
is Kill Team Tomb World, and you get absolutely loads.
Yeah,
of
this
Okay,
is just into
so
the dark.
the terrain,
It's
it's into the
might
dark
be-
with Tomb World,
might
yeah.
be the best
The
Kill
terrain
Team box
looks really
we've
nice.
released. It's
Bold
way up
claim,
there,
and
isn't
I
it?
struggle
It's
to
up there,
argue.
it's up there.
Sure.
There's some beautiful stuff in here.
Well, yeah, but
let's-
Charles,
we're
it
talking
looks
about
nice when you get the
battlefield
smoke
first. We've got
machine on.
Absolutely amazing
Well, yeah.
Necron scenery. In a little bit like the Into the Dark scenery we saw.
Yeah,
It's not a little
It's
bit
all
like
about
it is.
certainly allows you
It's
to play
exactly
games
the
in
same.
same sort of style. Doesn't replace it necessarily, but allows you to play that kind of close.
exactly the
confines,
same
up close.
terrain
Doesn't
type.
replace it, but
Really
it's the
thematic. You've
same.
got the kind of undead Necron crypts as the
I think
warriors
it's
wait
weird
for
they
their
go back
heroes
into the
long
dark.
slumber.
Like,
But the kill
but in
team
terms
It makes
of that
sense.
play mode.
where the
Well, but no, it makes sense for them.
if we
It's
start
like a
off
But
new
Necron's short.
indoor.
Deathwatch
Yeah.
Kill Team. This is the return of the original Kill Team. The name Kill Team itself comes from the concept
The old
of
Deathwatch frag cannon that's going to be
They
overpowered
have come
with
out
the,
with
being used
an
by Blood Angel.
amazing new range of miniatures. There are 10 of these
yeah,
guys
you've
in the
got
box.
Space Wolf.
You can build them in a whole range of different ways, and there are some lovely features.
Oh,
Adam, have you got any
right?
favourites?
Is it just
Well,
Well, they're-
all about the big firepower.
well, they are- so
right
these
sort of
are
bottom right,
Primaris
Flesh Terror
Marines.
holding a frag
Yes,
cannon.
but they just look like Deathwatch
That's the
Marines that
best
we've
way
seen
to
1,000
do
times
it.
Well, that's it. They are Deathwatch Marines.
Yeah, you
That's
can't
it.
really go wrong. I called him out as a Flesh Terror because I happen to know he is. One
Oh,
of the
he's a
things
Flesh
that is
Terror.
striking about this
Not just
set
a Blood
is
Angel.
that there's loads of different heraldic devices
Yeah,
available.
some quite obscure.
Yeah, so this is
chapters as
basically
well.
going to be the new
so
Deathwatch.
Flesh Terrors are perhaps not
box
obscure,
set.
but they're not.
Oh, it's
necessarily
yeah, it's going to be the this will once it comes out of Kill Team, it'll be
Top
like
center,
what's Kill
One
Team.
of the few successes.
Yeah, well these are
One
Space Marine, Elite Space Marine
Got an
Xenos
Ultramarine on
Hunters.
the right hand
Yeah,
side.
Charles, we need one
Crossed
Terminator, one
swords
jump
on
pack.
the one. I think is
One
what they call
biker.
the Guardian
One
of the
biker.
Covenant.
I think you might
But,
be right. You might be right.
and as a Dark Angels collector, that's quite exciting.
We had a fun game earlier on where we tried to.
Is
guess
this
all the
live?
different
Yes.
classes.
Yes.
Red Scorpion
This is
as
live,
well,
what I'm
but
watching.
quite make them out
And
to
Warfare
There's
had
five
mentioned,
more,
yeah,
that
100%.
you
So
can see
the
here. So, if you see any
upcoming
that
Chaos
are a
Dwarves,
chapter that you're interested in,
which are going to be out for Age of Sigmar, they confirmed, and it's been confirmed on Warhammer community as well,
loads of
that they are coming to
options, loads of
Warcry.
different
And when
specialisations for your kill
the
teams to
Chaos
be
Dwarves are
built with.
released, we're going to get a
And
free
really
PDF
just
download that will allow us
pick
to
the
play.
right weapon for the
This is
job
live.
when you start your game.
And when you play Kill Team, the way that this any Kill Team works is that you
Deathwatch,
have a
Elite Space
roster of
Marine
different
Xenos
warriors,
Hunters.
and then you can choose the ones
Yeah.
you you want before the
So
game starts.
you get a lot
10
of
models
oh,
in
okay,
the
you
box
get
to make
10.
a kill team.
Okay,
You've
so you
got
get
loads of
a
different options,
40k
and then
kill
choose
team.
before
You
you
get
won't be
10
able to
guys.
Surely you won't be able to use
5
10.
of those.
No,
models.
you'll
Again,
be able to
5
use
you've got.
6, but you'll have a because there's like 2 different heavy weapon options. You've got the plasma guy gun. You've got a couple of the light guys as well. So you've got an
It's great to see a
infiltrator
mix
and a
of Gravis
reaver.
and Phobos and
Yeah,
Tacticus
Yeah, it's
as
got all the
well.
different
That's
armor
a
types.
Gravis, effectively
Yeah.
a heavy intercessor archetype.
Orion says,
but
"Would
an
love to have a
even
biker for
more
kill team and
outgunned
terrain with
than you might
ramps."
expect a normal heavy intercessor to be, which have already got quite.
I
big
got upstairs.
guns.
You can't get me anymore.
In game terms, the Death
Well, you can
Watch
play.
has
What was
got
it
all sorts
like
of
that kit which
specialist
had like
units
the
came kit,
acid
but
pit
one of their
or the water?
Oh yeah,
is effectively
yeah,
in each
beta
turn
decima.
point, you can
Yeah,
choose
where you
one
have
of
to
them
jump
as a
over. Have
special
that with
piece of
bikes, man. Just
ammunition,
have bikes
and you
leaping
basically
over
pick
there.
a special rule for that gun to have, so you can
Like
do
doing
blast or precision,
not Mad Max,
extra
or is it
AP or something like that.
Yeah.
So that a kind of quite long-standing concept of them having the ammunition to do exactly the job you need them to do.
They've
makes its
got.
way into kill team.
Interestingly, it's a box with like 5 different types of guys in it.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. But they're not the only thing in the kit. Although you might
that guy, the Geomancer.
Charles, they're going to get me to play kill team, aren't
they? Giant gun bugs.
This is exactly what I wanted.
To oversee
The
reanimation.
The worrying thing is,
of all
like,
of the Necrons that you see
it looks
in
a
these
very,
arcos,
very
which shows you the
light
terrain
kill
in a bit.
I
team.
don't
And
care.
so
Like,
these are the
They look so.
sentinels
This
that
is
are ready to
exactly what I
now
wanted
sort of
out of the
attack
Necron
the
kill team.
intellect.
Yeah,
they were just going about their
Canoptic
business,
team.
waking up all
Yeah.
the Necrons, and all of a sudden, this very rude kill team of Deathwatch burst into their crypt and decided to start
Oh
wrecking
my
up
god,
the
I'm
place.
going to have to spend some money.
um,
I'm legitimately going to have to spend
mobilize
some
against
money.
them. It is a very
I hate
powerful
that
kill
game,
team.
Charles. What's going on?
Canoptek
He
Circle
hates it.
is led by a Geomancer, which is a type of.
He's got a
crypt
very
tech.
long
That's the one you can
face.
see there.
He
She
has a
is
very
the
long-
leader
this
of
is-
the
this is
Force,
and a
very long-
kind of
and a
is
very
the
long,
core of
like,
the Force,
helmet.
right? So
That's the sense for
big
a
and powerful,
she's big and
She-
powerful. Yeah, she alone can take on a
She,
space
ooh.
marine, but
Yeah,
the other
she.
troops in her force.
Can't you see
need
her
to
row
kind of be at the
boobies?
centre to kind of coordinate the
sure.
efforts. You've got a few
Maybe
different
that's what the
other
chin is for.
models
Like
in
that's
the
how
mix
you
there as well.
differentiate
As the
Necron
Geomancer,
male and females.
You have
Like Giga Chin.
remind me of the name.
So the larger
4,
thing
5,
on
6,
the
7,
right-hand
8,
left-hand
9,
side with
9
the
models,
guns on the
okay.
top is the
Martin
team
says
crawler.
meta comment,
Then
but this
the-
whole preview
the
show has been a
right-hand,
lot.
then there's
Yes, there
another
has been a
one
lot
sort
of good
central
stuff.
to the right-hand
Like-
side.
Mm.
The smaller
Better
things,
than most of their previous.
Better than
are
most previous
your,
shows. Yeah,
your
they
reanimated
held out on
warriors.
this. Like, because I was
So
thinking they were
normally,
doing
day-to-day, they'd just be
previews
tooling around,
for.
making sure everything's
what
safe
they've been
and
doing
well,
all
we
week.
reanimated some
Like,
Necrons, but you know when the Deathwatch
can't
came
Oh,
out,
Heresy.
Heresy, yeah,
they-
they've been
yeah.
doing Heresy previews all week.
The
And I was like,
Crawlers
why
have
don't they
got
just
some
save it for the
particularly
preview
formidable
show?
weaponry, right? So
But it
they're
seems
up
like they
against
got
the Deathwatch
stuff,
kill team,
so.
Because they don't want it.
the guns on those
Heresy's
can take out
done, that's
space
it, it's already
marines.
over.
They're
Yeah.
good, solid
Dead game,
firepower.
Charles.
They are
It's
one
just
of
a dead
the-
game.
You basically, you've got your
The odd thing
central
is, this
character
Necron team
that
only
does all
has
the kind of
one
utility stuff,
Necron
and
in
you've
it.
got two really good solid guns.
Yes,
The
that's
rest
one
of the
warrior.
force, which whizzes around and does the objective taking stuff. So it's a really flexible.
Like
little
one
kill team.
Scarab Swarm.
Also worth pointing out that the
Yep.
box has a bunch of Necron
Oh,
warriors.
okay.
Yep.
Why does it have a bunch
Because
of
they'll be
Necron
the
warriors? You
they'll
might
be
ask
the
them in the
NPC
kill team.
models.
Well,
Yeah.
one of the other things that you get inside this box is rules for playing basically co-op missions where you both play as Deathwatch and you're up against hordes,
Yeah.
undying
All right.
hordes of
Yeah.
Necron
Yeah,
warriors.
yeah.
to save
Joint
the
operations is super fun, and the chance to do this as a Deathwatch kill team, sort of stalking around a Necron, awakening Necron.
Fun. All right, because I because you know I did the translation of that.
And just a
Have
great
rule
other
set
way of
to
playing.
work
Yeah.
with.
And
And
take
as a
an
rule
example,
set, it is
have a look
actually
around
pretty
this board,
good.
and you can see in some
Like
of those
what they
alcoves
made.
there are those reanimating.
The only
Necrons.
problem you're going to have with the
Uh,
Geomancer
Like
is
weird
this huge
portals and
base.
cliffs and all sorts of stuff.
Sleepily
Yeah.
calling
Yeah.
it. There's
Well, it's
four
gonna have
of them,
fly
so
like the
you
other
can
bloody
imagine
other
they've
ones
been
do.
asleep for so long
Well,
that
most
they're
will have
so
fly, right?
against
He'll
one
have
of
fly.
those
The little
forces
Canoptic
now,
dudes will have
plus
fly.
and/or
Just a
maybe
walkie
the
bot.
Well,
Warriors, everything was done.
they probably won't have they
this
probably
is-
won't have the
this is
fly
peak
rule that.
Warhammer
Well, they do
Adventures
in. Don't, they do, right? Because there's
Um,
one
No,
of them in
And of
the other
course,
kill team.
both of these.
No, they don't have
will be
fly.
usable
Don't
in
they have
Warhammer
fly?
40,000.
I think they may-
There'll be
they
a
may
way
have
to
used
use
to,
your Deathwatch in that.
Because remember, in this, fly is kind of like
And
a
of course, there is
teleport
new
move.
book,
Yeah.
a
Oh,
that
yeah.
comes
Oh,
with
I'm
this,
talking.
which
We're
has
talking about
all the
Vespid
rules
fly,
you need
right?
to play
Yes,
these
yes,
in
yes,
your
yes.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
because
Let's
they
have a look at
changed
some
it
of
for
them
this
in the
edition.
flesh.
Kill
And
Team
comes in a box.
Toon World.
Let's have a look at some of these in the flesh. In particular, it'd be
Show
good to
me.
get the Geomancer
In full
because,
720p.
it's a scale. So my favourite with the frag cannon.
That's it. The Geomancer doesn't look that big because
Geomancer
it's
in-
very spindly, but it's fantastic in the design.
Yeah.
So there's some like.
Oh, that's
a big
boy.
You remember
It's a
when I
big
was
boy
doing my
bug.
conversions
We were having a
for
read.
Necrons? I
You land
have
Yeah.
made a
on
whole
the
bunch of stuff that I
link.
can basically play the skill team now.
If you haven't
Yeah,
already
basically,
twigged yet, this is a raptor.
Yeah, the Death Watch are Death Watch. They're just Marines
Get
in
a
Death
nice mix of
Watch.
scale from obviously
And the
the
Canoptics are
Geomancer
Canoptics.
and
Like they're the same as the other ones, just slightly.
They are
different
still
later.
very
size.
two-dimensional, the
Loads of
Canoptic
to
stuff.
feed on.
Well,
this is
we
Like
know
the-
the one
the
they're
big
based on,
gun
right?
the death.
Yeah, the big gun bugs are nice, but like this, you look at them, they're very, very two-dimensional. All their
Yes.
all their arms and claws are in like a
wouldn't be
line
the
underneath
Yeah,
them.
it's
demonstration
like
and-
most
very
requested
forwards
kill
and
team,
backwards.
since the concept of kill team
Yeah.
was sort of.
Are we going to get a one more thing preview next?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, probably.
Right.
One more thing.
I think we've done it.
We're around the 90
Yeah.
minute mark. I did say it would be a long one, but we've shown you all of our Warhammer.
Or have we?
previews.
Yeah.
We should go to question corner. That was a good prompt. Hold on.
it's a
Simon,
question.
there's probably a question or three, right?
There's quite a few. Yeah. Do you want some rapid fire ones to get you going?
Hit us. Let's see what we can do.
We're within 12.
Okay,
What
let's
we
go. So start off with Old World. Are the new Tomb King minis resin or plastic?
They are plastic.
Multi-part plastic kits.
Plastic.
Let's go
Good.
with the Kill Team Tomb World. Is the new Necron terrain similar in dimension to the Gallowdark
Yes.
terrain?
It is similar. I don't think it's exactly the same.
No, it looks to be exactly the
Gallowdark would be
same.
a good reference.
It looks to be exactly the same
So
design.
we've got, Warhammer Underworlds. Will the new warbands or any of the re-released Grand Alliance warbands be receiving rules to use them in Warhammer Age of Sigmar?
I believe you can use all of them in Age of Sigmar, can't you? I don't want to. You certainly.
Well,
I'm not going to commit. There you go.
We're not
Some of my
going to say
friends
if they
as
can or
they
can't,
sort
but
of
they
know
probably do
about
already
it.
have rules.
One thing that is worth saying is that quite a lot of the new battle tomes have a place for the Warhammer Underworlds warbands as generic archetypes of that thing. So the Gloomspite kits, for example, you've got a place for the
I think
world.
that's a more
unit of-
comprehensive answer.
That's
than
probably
yours.
the place that you'll find them going.
Mm.
That's fair. The Hellsmiths are going into Warcraft. We said that already.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, you said the Hellsmiths are going to walk around.
So
Been a long night.
the
are
Adeptus
excited.
Astartes ones we've just seen. Does Subadin Khan have a helmeted option?
He does have a helmeted option.
Very cool.
Although I think
Safety first.
any adherence to health. and
Why
safety
would you want the
would
helmet?
be an absolute
Let's not
abomination.
mix him a white scar as his
Well, no, because it's going to have like a
Right,
giant
in-
ponytail on it.
a giant top knot.
No,
Point,
no,
probably
just
allowed.
hold your breath.
Just
Get on with it. Yeah.
Okay,
they got
cool.
reinforced
There you go.
skulls. I'm sure they'll be fine. So where can we expect to see the lore and rules for the shiny new characters?
That is a great question.
In the new 2025 Codex
The
Space
rules will
Marine.
be available online.
So some of the rules, if the character
Alright.
is being re-released, already exist
Yeah,
in Codex
that's
Space
true.
Marine.
So Darnath, Lysander,
yeah,
covered off
Vulcan and
already.
Lysander are already there. The other rules will be available online.
And I'm really glad you asked about the lore because I know a thing. Phil Kelly from the Warhammer 40,000
Something.
lore team came and had a chat with me, and they've written full background for each of these characters and narrative stories, which we'll be hosting on Warhammer Community in the week leading up to their release when that happens.
Very
I'm super excited because I don't know anything about Aethon Shan, and I want to learn his story. So yes, there we go.
Awesome. So we've got two more quick ones if we can. So the Horus Heresy Age of Darkness. Are some of the Wargate options that are currently no longer available to certain units ever going to be revisited?
So that's a good question. So we do know that there will be more things released in plastic across the course of this edition. With some of those plastic kits, you may see war gear options returning that have previously been available. You might also see some war gear options that have never existed
Coming
before
back.
added to those units.
I got to Jet. Thank you, Eggy Wags. Thanks for joining us. I think that's basically it.
one
We're
last
just
one was
wrapping
on the
Unless there is a
scouring,
one more
how
thing
many
that they'll
books can we
probably
expect
do.
to see in the series?
At least one, because it's got the number one on the side of it. I don't want
Yes,
to steal the
there are
thunder
more
of
than
any
one book.
future sort of news from Black Library, other than to announce it today. But what
So
they have
it's a
told
new
us, and it was
series.
one of the best conversations.
see what
in my
Reddit
professional
has
life
to
I've ever
say
sit down
about
with the
Once of
editing
a
team
shit
from
game
Black
Warcry
Library,
rules,
they
we are
sort of
so back.
poured the
Okay.
scouring lore into my open brain.
Chaos Dwarves confirmed
was,
for Warcry. We're alive.
this
Rules
is
for
a
Chaos
multi-book,
Dwarves. Okay,
multi-author
cool. So
series, and so I think you're going to be following it. for
Warcry
some
not
time.
dead is basically what we have to
There you
say.
go.
Well, there's bazillions more questions that I couldn't possibly get to. They're scrolling past so quick. It's all I could do to find the ones I got. But yeah, thanks.
That's great. What remains, I guess, at this point in the juncture is, first of all, to thank all of you for tuning in and spending 90 minutes of brilliant Warhammer fun with us. I've really enjoyed myself.
I had a great time. I always have a great time.
Awesome. There's some general housekeeping to do. If you've missed anything in this, and
Someone's
you
asking
want to
about-
know
Community right now.
more,
Yeah, someone's
go to
asking about release dates
warhammercommunity.com,
on
read
their
the
chat. So
articles,
for
that are
our
there
chat,
on the website.
usually
There's
these
more
previews
information
are 3 months out in
everyone will
advance,
remember to
right?
tell
Like,
you.
around about 3 months out in
And,
advance.
you can
So
watch
this
the
is
videos
basically
back
all
as
the
well.
stuff that's going to come
If
up
you are
between now and the
looking
end of
for
the year.
more Warhammer excitement right now in your
Yeah.
life, we're going to throw back to Tacoma, where there's Warhammer 40,000 tournament taking place. I believe right now is what we're going back to.
Okay.
So you
There's
can,
a
tournament
especially on the Twitch.
Oh,
channel,
the
I believe
Tacoma
that's true.
GT.
Oh, yes.
Still
What's
open.
there to say?
I didn't realise it was this weekend, but
go and find it
Yeah.
on Warhammer.
All right, cool. So that's it, Charles. We did it. We did it. And this is for
Let's do
everyone
it.
at home.
Thank you, Simon, for asking questions.
Should be able to just
thanks
pop
to the
out,
crew here
right?
who's made
We
it
go
all
to
work.
Warhammer Community.
Eddie,
I
it's
mean,
been a
I
pleasure.
was
Always a pleasure.
Really can't wait to
refresh
see
the
you next time.
downloads.
Take care.
2024. Right, so let's go to Warhammer
That
Community.
is the end of their preview.
That is the end of their preview. Let's go to the big reveal show. Let's go to Kill Team Toonworld, The Scouring, Hellsmiths of Hashut. Boop. Find out more. This is the Space Marine Assault Squad. What on earth here? Find out more. Hellsmiths of Hashut. And where is it written?
Probably right at the end.
There it is. And that's not all the news. Stay tuned to Warhammer Community after the army launches. We'll be uploading free rolls using the dastardly Hellsmiths of Hashut in your games of Warcry 2. We did it. We did it, boys.
Yep.
Warcry lives. But that's it for today. That is the whole Warhammer preview. Thank you, Charles, for
Thank you.
for joining me. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm excited. Like, if Horns of Hashut are coming to Warcry, that tells me at least that they are still thinking about the game. I've been predicting an FAQ to come at some point, whenever that is. Maybe they'll do a Reclusians, you know, because they did that. They rolled all of that into one big update along with the new Skaven stuff, along with the new Dark Oath. Maybe that'll come. If that comes, very, very happy. And yeah, it's going to be exciting times. But yeah, anyway, thank you, everybody. This has been Off Net Musings. We will see you later.
Goodbye.
If I can get out of the stream. Maybe. Here we go. See you.